Hey knobs, quick heads up here before we warp your ear holes. This is not a new episode. Life did that thing that it does where it slaps you in the face with surprise plans, and we didn't have a backup ready. But we're not leaving you hanging. So today, we're engaging the sublime warp. You know, like time warp, but sublime warp. And we're flinging you through time to revisit a classic episode we loved and honestly probably forgot most of. So stick around and enjoy a blast from the past. We'll be back next week with fresh weirdness. But buckle up, here comes the warp.
Sublime Squad, we're on the attack. DJ and Mitch turning absurdity into punk rock. We dissect the absurd side, it's our claim to fame. Spuds McGamble, the Southpaw co-host with a wild name. We dive deep into the weird, no topics off limits. From bizarre news to strange conspiracies, we're committed. DJ's the Bubs, rockin' the mic with style. Mitch brings the punches, he's the rebel with a smile. Absurdly sublime, that's what we're all about. Making you laugh, we'll leave you with no doubt. Join the Sublime Squad, buckle up and enjoy the ride. We'll bring the chaos with punk rock as our guide. Join the Sublime Squad, buckle up and enjoy the ride. We'll bring the chaos with punk rock as our guide.
What is going on, Sublime Squad? Welcome into another fine edition of Ineffably Sublime. This is episode 32, I believe, and Mitch, how we doing? Spuds, how we doing?
We're doing good, Maverick. How are you? I was going to call you the other nickname, but I'm not going to call you the other nickname yet because it's kind of a almost, shall you say, a precursor to what we're going to talk about today.
Oh, so maybe at the end of the episode?
Maybe, or maybe right before we hit the episode, I'll call you what you were, in air quotes, your nickname in high school was.
So this is Maverick's maiden voyage, huh?
It is. Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, we've decided today that we're just not going to go ahead and continue talking about the 36 dramatic situations because that shit bored us, and I'm sure it bored you. If it bored us, it probably bored you. So we're just going to skip it, and we're just gonna move on. And mostly, this episode is going to be. We have a subject, but we don't have anything to read from, so we're just gonna talk.
I like talking.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk,
Yeah.
and we're gonna introduce the subject later on. But start it off, Mitch. How's it going today?
Going pretty good. We were just talking a little bit about television, with the Acolyte. For our Star Wars fans came out.
Yeah, you know what? This might be a good time to introduce or to talk about our plans for the future, since we're not doing what we originally wanted to do, and we're just gonna put it out there so we can invite that subject into this open discussion if you'd like.
I would like. Go for it.
Okay, so guys, we have decided to start a bonus show. It's, as far as I know, we're gonna keep it on this feed, and it'll just be in the form of bonus pods, kind of like mirthful moments. If for the people that have been here from the beginning, we were doing mirthful moments, it'll kind of be like that, but it's going to be a whole different name. We're going to call it Culturally Sublime, and it's going to be about movies, and like specifically movies, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever is happening in the pop culture realm that we want to talk about. That way this show can be a separate entity, and if you want to listen to that, you'll have that to listen to, and if you don't want to listen to it, you don't have to be subject to listening to it within the flagship show.
Indeed.
So, as far as when we're rolling it out, we do not have a time frame.
Yeah.
We will probably start things off at maybe the end of Star Wars Acolyte, pending our reaction to it as it continues to move forward. If not that, then definitely Deadpool and Wolverine.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, and that being said, we will, do our best to try to get them out in a timely fashion. We work full time, so there's that. Doing those episodes may be a little harder than doing these episodes because these are always a week ahead of schedule. So those, will have to be done not a week ahead of schedule because of the fact that things release on their own time, and I don't want to be putting an episode out about episode 1 of Acolyte when episode 3 is coming out that week. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, because because you figure if we would say talk about Acolyte right now, it would basically come out Tuesday, and then that's when the new episode already comes out. So we'll be talking about an episode that, well, I guess it seems like though with Disney, they've wisened up and they're not releasing things at 3 a.m. East Coast time that they used to.
Right.
I felt like they did start this with something here just recently where it was Ahsoka.
Okay.
They started to release it like it was Tuesdays, or I think it was on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. So it was like a respectable time that it would be released. So we thought, but man, because with Mandalorian, all 3 seasons of Mandalorian, it was always 3 a.m. So it'd be, we'd either be sleeping or working whenever the episode would come out.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, release time for me overall doesn't bother me one bit. But I think I do like it now that they're doing it like this, where they're releasing it, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then, for our Pacific Coast people, it's 6 p.m. That makes it a little better. Probably get more viewers at the initial onset, when it first uploads or downloads or releases.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we go back to, if, this would come out Tuesday, people would still have enough time, on the day of Tuesday to listen to us and then, watch, the next episode. We'd freshen their minds a bit if we would do it like that.
Right. I mean, we talked about doing it at the end of the
Or just
season
do
as
it
like
at
a
the
whole,
end. Yeah.
review the entire thing. There's a good format for it and a bad format for me. Especially if an episode is uneventful or if it's a filler episode. Sometimes doing them right after the episode airs can get a little monotonous and boring and not worth doing. So sometimes it's easier to just talk about the whole thing as a whole.
Yeah, because you even figure these 2 episodes here, what we talked about it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, that's like almost it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it depends on whether or not you want to do like a deep dive into it or if you want to just kind of, talk off the cuff. It'd be easier probably to just kind of, look at a summary and say, okay, let's talk about the whole thing and how it all went and where it all began and move on. And these episodes, I'm gonna go off right off based off my old show that I used to do that was the exact same thing. I'm not interested in talking about news. I'm not interested in reporting news. Some speculation, sure, but a lot of it changes so often that it's not worth even talking about. And it's a different realm nowadays. It's not the same as it was when I did that show where there was tons of rumors flying around, this, that, and the other thing, blah, blah, blah. It's just easier to just wait. We'll just do it when we find out whether or not it's for sure and go from there.
Yeah. Especially like, it was so annoying that season 2 of Mandalorian, when for weeks it was, who's the Jedi that's going to find Grogu? And then it was It's going to be Luke. It's going to be this guy. It's going to be this guy. It's going to be that guy. And then for weeks, that's all anybody ever talked about. It got very annoying. And
Right.
Then when it came up, and then it was like, all right, well, there we go. That's awesome. But then, yeah, like you said, with the news, and sometimes it just gets really annoying. I think it is probably
It is
the right
annoying.
word.
I've lived it, man. It's not, and that's the problem, is that as soon as I stopped reporting the news on my old show, that show pretty much went belly up, because that's what 99% of it was a constant discussion of news.
Mm-hmm.
That we'd be like, oh, guess what Chris Pratt's doing? Oh, guess he's not doing it. Like,
Yep.
So anyway, that is that announcement. We're gonna try to unveil that in the near future, so you can look for that if you're a regular listener. There will be an abundance of bonus pods. We talked about throwing it behind the paywall, but we don't want to do that to you guys, because that's just not cool. So we'll just throw it up there, and that way all of our pop culture discussion can be in one cohesive spot. So if you like the dynamic and the chemistry that Mitch and I have created here on Ineffably Sublime, you can check out Culturally Sublime and listen to it all there.
Word
indeed. So what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about the most important and the most delicious meal of the day, which is breakfast.
That's right, folks. When you break your fast after all night long, you get breakfast. And it is a long-awaited discussion between Mitch and myself. And I think we've spent 6 hours of a night at work talking about breakfast foods.
Oh, it's easily the go-to conversation, because breakfast is awesome. I could eat breakfast 3 days a week, or 3 days a week.
3 days a week.
I could eat it 3 meals a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. So I could obviously eat it 3 days a week. I just had, all right, so here we go. This morning, it's what it is. For the people that don't know, we do this in the morning. It's 9:31 a.m. on whatever date this is, June whatever. And I woke up. I had 2 bowls of Frosted Flakes. And then I was still hungry, so I ended up doing a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Okay, that's not
Yeah.
bad. Yesterday I had, for the first time, I've been watching my wife do it for a couple months and never commented on it. Never said anything about it. And then I found myself in this situation yesterday where I could have some toaster waffles, which I don't often have. But I found some, and my daughters were like, "Do you have any waffles?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I warmed some up, and I was like, I'm going to put peanut butter on these bastards. It was fucking banging, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Even putting syrup on a peanut butter and a waffle.
I didn't put syrup on it, but I should try that.
It's a very good combination.
That'd be like a honey roasted.
Yeah, it's very good. I only learned to do that here within the last couple years.
Well, I loaded up another box of 24 Eggos in my shopping cart, and I'm like, I can't wait.
Oh, I can't. Eggos, you got to make sure you get butter in each of one of those little pockets.
If you put butter and peanut butter on them?
Hell yeah, butter, peanut butter, and syrup.
What?
Yep.
Dude, my mind is so blown right now.
Oh, I can feel my arteries clogging as I'm eating it.
Man.
But totally worth it. Now, I don't do it all the time. I usually do butter syrup.
Right. Well, yeah. Classic.
Classic. Yeah. The go-to. Then when I'm feeling real frisky, that's when I go butter, peanut butter, syrup. Days when I'm in like a hurry, I just do straight peanut butter, because I know I can just pick it up and eat it, because I'm not gonna have to worry about any spilling. What?
Question. Important question and important distinction.
Yes.
Okay. Home style or buttermilk?
Oh, I have no preference. I'm not prejudiced to either kind. To me, they both taste the same.
Oh yeah?
To me, yep. To me, I don't notice a difference. I will say home style, just because that's pretty much 99% of the time that's what we get. But if I go to my hangout and all that they have is buttermilk, meh, all right, I'll have it.
Okay, now,
I
all right,
think
what's your
because
stance on pancakes?
uh, my stance is I love it.
You love pancakes.
I love pancakes.
If you had the choice between pancakes or waffles, what are you picking?
Waffles,
Really?
without a doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you the type of guy to order a Belgian waffle at a restaurant?
Oh shit. Here we go. No, this is where it's gonna get kind of funky. Because when I go to a restaurant, if I would order, I don't really ever order pancakes though. I usually, if I go out, I'm French toast. Um,
Unexpected bonus.
yeah,
French toast. Hell yeah, dude.
yeah. So I mean, but let's go back to now. What makes a waffle Belgian? I'm a little, I don't know. I've heard Belgian waffles, but I
Origins.
don't know who.
In origin.
It is an origin. I need an origin story of a Belgian waffle. Like, what's the difference between a Belgian and just a regular waffle?
Okay.
Is there any difference?
I'm
I
sure there is.
Yeah. Um. Will you look that? Are you on the Google machine to look that bitch
Yes.
up? Okay. So I'll talk while you're looking that up because, like I said, usually home, I'm a waffle guy. We'll do pancakes occasionally, but waffles are just easier because they're already made. But when we go out, usually when we always go out, we either go to Dutch Panties or we go to Spanky's. And anytime I ever go to either of those, I don't remember who said that the one time. It's an old saying. I don't remember who said it. But they're like, hey, let's go out to breakfast. Let's go out to Dutch Panties. And I was like, what? And I can't ever call it Dutch Pantry anymore. I call it Dutch Panties. So, but when I go either of those places, I'm a French toast guy because I suck so bad at making French toast. I'm terrible at it. It's like when I dip it, I lather it, everything, and then it just seems like it all just falls off or evaporates.
Interesting. But
It
you're not.
is.
I think you're doing it wrong.
I'm obviously doing it wrong, but I've Googled, I've TikToked, I've Twittered, I've YouTubed, everything. And no matter what I do exactly what the bitches on YouTube tell me to do. I shouldn't just call them bitches. The bitches and dicks tell me to do, and I still can't do it. It just does not. It doesn't have the same panache as but restaurant made French toast.
Listen, you need to try it again.
Okay.
You need to go to Wally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, put Pippi on over, titty lump over to Wally.
Okay.
All right, go back into their bakery.
Yeah.
All right, and peruse their market side bread, not regular bread. Stay away from the mainstream bleached white flour bread. You need to go to the market side bread and look for the cinnamon brioche. No joke. It's literally, it says on the fucking bag, use this for French toast.
Really?
Yes.
Because I've tried. Yeah, like I said, I've always gone just the regular sliced bread, and I know that does not work. The one time we bought Texas toast, didn't work. Yeah, I think, okay, so brioche.
Yeah,
That
they have
sounds
a
too
cinnamon.
fancy.
It's not fancy.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit sweeter of a bread. It's really delicious. Like I've gotten it several times, and I've come home and I've made French toast. Now I have a griddle, like an electric griddle that we use to make French toast.
I want a griddle so bad.
Dude, just pick one up. The Blackstone electric griddle is the greatest thing that I've ever purchased in my life.
I know. I would get such a freaking food boner
I love
making
that
that
thing.
stuff.
It's
Oh,
kind of bulky, but like I just leave it on my counter all the time,
yeah.
and I just use it all the time. It's great. It's
Because
easy
it's
to clean.
I'm sure it's awesome for grilled cheese.
Great. Literally everything I've cooked on
Yeah.
it's been awesome.
Because I'm old school. I'm still using just a frying pan, and even our biggest frying pan that we have can barely fit 2 grilled cheeses on it. So it feels like it takes, not that it really takes forever to make, a grilled cheese one at a time, but I just feel like, we're in the year 2024. I feel like I should be able to make more than 1 grilled cheese at a time.
I mean, yeah, you could probably
And
make 10 of them on this thing.
oh, I would love that.
You should get one. It's not even that much, man. I
I
forget.
know.
They're not that expensive. You'd
It's one
probably
of
be
those,
able to get one off QVC.
probably, and I'm sure, and it's one of those that I never think about it until like right now. And then 10 minutes after we're done talking, I'm going to be done thinking about it. It's just so frustrating sometimes.
I totally agree with you.
Blackstone, is it griddles, right?
Yeah. It's an electric griddle.
Yeah. Look at that. Lowe's has it?
Yeah, dude, they're all over the place.
Oh, that's the actual. Okay, that's the actual like big mama jammas. Okay, I think I didn't. I just typed in griddle. I didn't do electric griddle. And I also called it a black stove.
A black stove.
Yeah, black stove. Instead of an N, I put a B. Well, look at that. Ooh, yeah, they're not that much. And Father's Day is coming. And I am a father. I think it's only natural.
There you go.
Don't you?
I'm gonna for Father's Day. I'm going to be acquiring one of those awesome. I'm giving up on my pizzazz, Mitch.
What? Okay,
I'm
so what? Episode 3. So just 6 months ago, you were telling me I had to get a pizzazz. Now I'm glad I didn't get one because now I'd be a tad miffed.
I mean, I still highly recommend them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's done me justice, but there's a new viral pizza cooker out there, and I am about to purchase one of those.
And what's that called?
I don't know what it's called, but it's made by Presto, I think.
Oh, I just saw I think I just saw a video on this.
On TikTok.
It's a Presto.
It cooks. It's a hot stone.
Yes.
It cooks your pizza in like 6 minutes.
Yes, and it can go up to like 800 degrees or some
Yeah,
shit.
I'm getting
And then
one.
it's got like a window at the top.
Yes,
That you
yes,
can,
sir.
I don't know why you need a sunroof while you're pizzazzing or I guess you're not pizzazzing, you're prestoing your pizza.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm getting. I'm totally putting the pizzazz aside, and I'm getting that.
Okay. Ooh, I just found a Bella electric griddle on the Amazon store. That fucker's got like a second compartment down at the bottom.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and it's only $33.99. I'm gonna send you a picture of this son of a bitch. Sorry for the people that are listening that don't like. I'm sending you a picture here, and you're not gonna see what the hell we're sending. That looks nice. I did like your breakfast that you sent me.
Man,
That's
how good is brown cheese?
oh my god! Like it's okay. So what is that? That's not. Is that Stouffer's?
That is Stouffer's.
Okay, so we're gonna pivot just a skosh from breakfast to Stouffer's mac and cheese, and
Which
that
I had for breakfast today.
which is what which is what Waffles had for breakfast, or Maverick. Shit, I just called you Waffles. That just screwed up the whole goddamn thing. Now,
That's okay.
But I don't think there's anything better when it comes to store-bought mac and cheese. And it feels like Stouffer's is the best at it. Like Bob Evans, it gets it a little bit, but it's that to the people that got to know what we're talking about. When that you get that brown crusted cheese that sticks to the side of the dish, that's right up there with curled potato chips. I love curled potato chips. Like when it comes to that brown mac and cheese part, I will scrape that off and I will put it off to the side and I will finish. I will eat that last. Same with the potato chips. The potato chips that get all curled up and shit, I pick those up, I look at them, and I put them off to the side and I eat them last. This is a thing that me and my sister were we would fight over this at times. Because we would reach in the bag and we would get one, a potato chip that's like, like 5 different layers. And then she would want it or I would want it. Then I would lick it, so then I would get to keep it, or then she would lick it. And it's just one of those beauties of edibleness of food. I don't know what the word I'm trying to think of is. But
I'm with you though.
Yeah, the brown edges of mac and cheese. Oh, I wish they would make just that. You could just buy just the brown crusted cheese of Stouffer's.
I'm with you. We both work night shifts, so I'm no stranger to a weird breakfast. Like, it doesn't have to be a breakfast food. Sometimes if I wake up at 5:00 in the morning and I'm like, I want wings, I'm fucking getting them somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, we used to go out to the diner when it was still open. We'd go out to the diner after working all night and I'd get like a fish dinner, like a beer battered hat. At 7:00 in the morning, and the waitress would always be like, "Wow, really? Like, yeah, I just fucking work 12 hours. Give me a beer and a beer battered haddock, and we're going for it."
I just had beer battered haddock last night from Legends.
Really? Oh man.
Yep, so good, so good. Oh, and I got a compliment. Okay, we're gonna pivot again. This is not even food related. So I went 2 different places last night and I got 2 different compliments on a piece of clothing that I wear. And that makes my night. Okay, so first I go to Budget Beverage because there's all this hubbub talking about hard Mountain Dew, which is basically, people that don't know, apparently Mountain Dew within the last year or two, I guess it was a couple years ago. The kid at the distributor said that this hard Mountain Dew has actually been out for a couple years, but it only came to Pennsylvania like a year ago. He said maybe 2 years. That's it.
Huh.
He might have been pulling my leg. I don't know. He sounded very believable. So I get the hard Mountain Dew. I figure out the one that I like. And I'm wearing a Seinfeld shirt that says, "These pretzels are making me thirsty." 99% of people have no idea what that shirt is. This kid, first thing he says, because I get out of the car because I got to figure out which Mountain Dew I want to get. And he's like, "Dude, I love your shirt." I was like, "Oh." I'm like, that made my day. I said, "You're too young to know this show." And then here's where it went a little downhill. Because he's like, "Yeah, I love that show." He said, "My dad watches it all the time." He said, he's about your age. And I was like, "Oh." I said, "Well, how old's your dad?" He's like, 54. Like, you dirty motherfucker. I said, "No."
That's a roller coaster.
Yeah. So I went from a euphoric high of somebody not only recognizing my shirt, but complimenting it, to saying that I basically look like I'm almost ready to collect senior citizenship. So I played it off and I was just like, "Well," I said, I'm not there yet." I said, I'm 46. I said, let's pump the brakes a skosh here, buddy. So
It's funny.
Yeah, so we got that. That was all good. Then I drove up to Legends. Go in there. I'm standing there for the food, and I hear a guy at the bar being like, "Fucking love your hat." And I was like, "Oh." So what the hat that I wear, and this is one of those, probably a lot of people aren't going to know this. If if you can Google it, Google it. It was the Montreal Expos baseball hat. They're a team that no longer exists. They got, I think it was like 90, 98 or 99, I believe. They moved to Washington. So, trying to find any Montreal Expos hats, shirts, and stuff, you basically got to order it, from these retro places. Well, I found one last year, and I wear it occasionally. I wear it to work. I know Josh Warren recognized it here not too long ago. Oh, this guy, he's like, where did you get this hat? And I said, that was a TJ Maxx in West Virginia. I said, it was sitting there. I said, it's a little snug. I said, but I had to get it. Some drunk right next to him said, I'll give you $50 for it. And I was like,
wow, $50?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? And then the guy next to him, he's like, no, $60. I'm like, get the hell out of here. I said, for a hat. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Then they started laughing. I was like, you fuckers. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to get $60 for this hat. I still said no. I said, you guys don't want this hat. I said, it's got sweat in it and everything. But yeah, that was all within 15 minutes. I was excited.
All right,
I was excited. I found the Mountain Dew. I was excited about the shirt. I got kicked in the nuts because the guy thought I looked like I was in my mid-50s. Then I get up to Legends, get complimented on my hat. Because like I said, with me, that's what I live for, is people recognizing the shirts that I wear and appreciating them.
Well, yeah.
Because 90% of my shirts, I'd say, are TV shows and movies and, just stuff like that. Pretty much that's what it is.
They're culturally sublime, sir.
Yep. So when people say that they love my shirt, oh, that's just, that's better than coitus, in all honesty, for me.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When you get 46, there's, wait, am I 46 or am I 48? Wait, no, I'm 46. Okay. See, that kid's got me thinking of how old I am now. All right. So we went off on, well, not we, I went all over the place. I apologize. Fuck, I don't even know what the hell we were talking about. We were talking about mac and cheese.
Well, we were talking about breakfast and we pivoted.
Well, we went to yeah. we still got to figure out yeah. All right. So let's go back to Belgian waffles. Did you look up what makes a waffle Belgian?
I did.
Okay. What do we got?
All right. A Belgian waffle is distinguished by its larger, deep pockets and lighter texture compared to regular waffles.
Okay.
The batter typically includes yeast, which contributes to a light and fluffy texture, and it is more traditional. Or yeast is more traditional and provides a unique flavor, airy consistency. They're larger. They have deep grids, ideal for holding toppings. They have a very specific crispiness, yada, yada, yada. They are named after Belgium because they originate in Belgium.
I think I was saying it the wrong time the whole time, wasn't I? I was calling it Belgian.
Well, no, they are Belgian. They're Belgian waffles, but they're from Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, they gained widespread popularity in the United States in good old 1964.
Wow,
at the New York World's Fair.
Wow, that World's Fair in New York must have been a thing.
It must have. There was a Belgian man named Maurice Vermersch, and his family. They served waffles at the New York Fair.
Mo Vermersch. Yeah.
That
son of a bitch. Huh.
Okay. They branded them as Belgium waffles.
Okay. So we have a waffle maker. So that would be a Belgian waffle maker because those things are really deep pockets. But we don't have to use yeast in it. We just put pancake mix because it's one of those that stands vertical. and then it's got like a little like a mouth up at the top.
Word.
And
Yeah, I
then
know
you just
exactly what you're talking
yeah.
about.
So by the time it's done and you open it up, it's deep and it's thick and it's got
Now, do you follow the recipe on the pancake mix box for waffles?
uh I'm gonna say no because I don't know if I know there was a difference. What's
Okay,
the
so
what's
on
the
on a
difference?
box of pancake mix,
Yeah,
there's a on the back there's the instructions to make pancakes, but
yeah.
usually on the side of the box there's a recipe that's for waffles.
Ooh. I don't know if I can't say because it's been a long time. It's probably been 2 years since I've
It's
used that.
usually slightly different.
Do
And
you
it,
know off the top of your head what the difference is?
no, I'd have to look one up. But yeah, there's like a slight difference to how they're made, and it changes the way, in my opinion, it makes it, a waffle, like
Oh,
as opposed to not. But we'll look up like, let's see, I'll look up Pearl Milling.
yeah,
What
because
kind of brand do you get? Pearl
that's
Milling?
what we get. Yeah, we usually get pearl milling or hungry Jack, hungry man,
Hungry Jack.
hungry Jack. It's usually one of those two. But yeah,
All right,
we're
buttermilk pancake complete.
wow.
Let's see here. On here.
And I know the
Mm,
one thing that really ticks me off is I lost our measuring cup for the waffles. So we
Okay.
gotta kind of wing it, and
Oh,
then
I got you.
yeah. Sometimes
All
I
right,
don't
so
pour enough in there.
for I'm sorry, for 12 4-inch pancake. I almost said 4 12-inch pancakes.
That's a big
For
ass pancake.
for 12 4-inch pancakes, it's 2 cups mix and a half cup of water, 1.5 cups of water. That's all you have to do. Mix it together, put it on the pan. But for waffles, on the side,
Yeah.
um, you use 1.5 cups water, a third cup of oil,
No.
two
No.
cups mix, 1.5 cups water, and a third cup of oil, and then you stir it together and you put that in your waffle maker.
No. I've never put Earl in my waffle.
Well, now you know, bud.
Yeah. So the oil would give it that waffleness then, I guess, huh?
Yeah, the crispy texture. That's what I'm guessing.
That's interesting.
So you probably have just been eating soffles.
Yep. Yep. That nice flaccid waffles.
Hey man, you learn something new every day on this show.
Fucking A, man. Well, who was it that just said Jeremy? He just told me the other night. He said he loves our show. He said almost every week I learn something new.
That's
Even
awesome.
he said whether it's this or that, whatever it is. Yeah, he was very appreciative of us teaching him things once in a while.
We're here to educate.
I wish I could remember the things that because of course he'll come up to me and say something and I'll be like, "The what?" And then he'll like, "You just talked about this." Like when we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago when we talked about Batman being like that was my first summer blockbuster. Then he comes over to me and he's just like, "Yeah, Batman was it for me." And I'm like, "Batman was what for you?" He was,
I mean, this is the problem with
it's,
releasing episodes ahead of schedule.
but it had only been like 1 week, and I'm still just so freaking clueless.
Well, I mean, if he walks up to you out of the blue and just goes, "Yeah, Batman was it for me too," I'd be like, "The fuck are you talking about?" Like, I'd completely blown away. So
That time that he came into the filler room and kept flipping us off because we agreed on, and we both looked at each other like, why is he flipping us off and telling us this? I don't remember what the. Oh, we'll have to ask Jeremy if he
he was
remembers.
mad about Hugh Jackman.
Oh, that's it.
He was
The
fucked
Hugh
off because we thought The Greatest Showman was a good movie.
He's like, "Fuck you about Hugh Jackman." We're like, "The hell do we say about Hugh Jackman?"
Hey, it's okay. It adds layers of comedy to our evening because
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's so funny. But yeah, dude. So all right, so we've
So
covered waffles.
yeah, so I got to add oil to my waffles.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, we went down so many different avenues here. So
That's
we
okay. Here's a good.
we originally did. Okay, so here's how I think I did express this. Home, I'm a waffle guy. Sometimes pancake. Going out, I'm a French toast guy. Pancakes, sometimes if you get them too dry, I can't eat them. Like if you get them like, and then you spread the butter, and like the butter just kind of just gets sucked into the pancake, and you never see it again. You know what what I'm digging at there.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, bud.
Yeah, I just instantly, that's it. I throw them out into the pond and let the fish eat them.
I mean, I don't make I don't make pancakes at home.
Mm-hmm.
I do, but I don't like to. They're not fun, and they always taste shitty.
Yeah.
My favorite pancakes of all time are those nicotine-laced pancakes that Perkins sells. They are fucking delicious. I don't think there's actual. Excuse me. I don't think there's actual nicotine in them, obviously, but they are so damn addicting. And I absolutely love them. And that's the only place I'll get pancakes.
I need to do a Perkins breakfast, but it's the thought of coming up here for breakfast, though. But I mean, would they be? They're not open when we're done with work, are we? What time do they open?
6 in the morning.
Oh, so I guess they would be open.
Yeah,
but by the time after work, I don't really want to go out to eat.
I feel you.
Like we did that the one time when a group of us went to Hitching Post after work. And it was fun, don't get me wrong, but it was like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, oh my God, like I am beat, I'm tired, I just want to go home. But it was still fun. Yeah.
I mean, I've done it plenty of times myself, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm more like I often get breakfast after we get off work, but I love a good, good McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah. So do we want to let's go this route. English muffins, who's better? Just straight English muffin.
You
McDonald's? Just English?
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say bacon, egg, and cheese. Nothing else.
Snappies.
Oh, really?
100%.
Damn.
I don't know what's going on with them English muffins, but they're huge. And they're just good. Like, Snappies will make your breakfast sandwich to order, and so it is as fresh as you're gonna get it.
Damn.
And
okay.
It is phenomenal. Nobody beats Snappies in terms of that. Now, if I'm like I need a hash brown in my day, I'm going to Mickey D's.
Mickey D's, yeah.
I will suffer through any sandwich for a Mickey D's hash brown. I don't care for I think Sheetz is the worst of the worst when it comes to breakfast sandwiches. Personally.
Oh, that hurts.
I can't do it. I will do it, but I don't like to.
Yeah.
If I go to Sheetz for a breakfast sandwich, I'm getting it on a bagel. And I'm getting like a steak, egg, and cheese.
I've never been a bagel guy. Never.
Really? I mean, I like bagels just generally speaking. If I have them in my life, it is like I'm going all out on bagels for a month, and then I don't touch them again for a while.
Yeah. What was it the one time? I think the last bagel I ever had was a cinnamon raisin bagel. And that was, no, it was good.
No, I don't do raisins.
Oh, see, I like raisins. And I like cinnamon. But I don't like bagels. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And it wasn't bad. But I'm just not I don't know, something about, I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know what it is about a bagel I don't care for.
Okay, well, here's what I want you to do for me. What?
Maybe. Oh.
Build me your perfect breakfast. Like if nothing was an issue, like if you had access to everything, what would you have on your plate for breakfast that would be absolutely perfect?
My perfect breakfast. Shit ton of bacon.
How much?
10 strips.
10 strips. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can do 10 strips, not even batting an eye.
And what level of cooked?
Not black, but not flaccid either. It's got to be firm.
I knew you were gonna say flaccid.
I know. I've said flaccid twice now in 5 minutes. There's nothing grosser than limp bacon. Like, especially when you get it on, like, I've told this story on here. The time I got that Baconator and I bit down in it and I pulled the bacon out and it slapped me on the chin like a wet noodle. Blech. I was like, nope, I'm done with bacon for a while. I can't stand limp bacon. So it's got to be nice where you pick it up and it's nice and firm. It doesn't bend. So it's got to be crispy. But
Good
not
old Seabass. My
Yeah.
buddy Seabass would tell me I would take him to the drive-through at McDonald's and he would order like one of those. Do you remember Angus burgers from McDonald's? I was gonna ask you this the other day.
Yeah, I love the Angus burgers.
Fuck yeah, they were amazing. I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of seasoning they had them, but it was like crack cocaine.
Yeah.
So good.
And I remember I always remember this because you always see memes about it too, but this happened at the Clearfield McDonald's where they had on the billboard Angus burger, but the G fell off. So it said now here anus burgers. Because I drove by the one time and I'm like, oh my God. But at this point, they're like, even if you tried to take, like, we didn't have like the good smartphones. So if you tried to take a picture, it was with my Razor. So my Razor phone, not a Razor. So the pictures wasn't going to come out all that great. But I still remember it didn't last very long. They caught it rather quickly.
That is
But
so funny.
I love the Angus burger.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I remember going through and we'd get the Angus burger, and my friend Sebastian, he'd always like, let me get 2 Angus burgers, burn the bacon. And I'm like, why the fuck did you tell him that?
Yeah.
He's like, because then they'll fucking cook it.
That's smart.
He's like, they're not going to serve you burnt bacon.
Mm-hmm.
But if you tell them to burn the bacon, they're going to cook it too.
It's going to cook it. Yeah, that's ideal.
He goes, that way, when you get a bite of a burger, you get a piece of bacon in every bite because it's actually crispy enough to break off when you bite it.
Ooh.
Now, I've never tried it.
No. I'm surprised you haven't, with all the weird little requests that you have.
I am a weird requester.
You are very weird. You're very ballsy. And
No,
I'm not
you're
even
not
close.
ballsy.
Well, I'm very anti-ballsy. You're super
They're there to
ballsy.
serve you.
Yeah, but still to be like, well, yeah, give me this, but put a hash brown in it, or can you put a piece of sausage in this burger, or whatever. I can't remember the things you do that just blow my brains right out.
They'll do. You'll be surprised.
So I just don't have that in me. Maybe if I like knew the people, like
What are
really
you afraid
well.
of?
I'm
They're
afraid
gonna
of
be
being
like,
told
"Nah."
no. Yeah.
What?
There is nothing worse. I'm the age that I am, and I'm still afraid to hear no if I ask something.
Listen, dude. Listen. There's this guy I follow on TikTok. His name is Infabren. Have you ever heard of him?
I think you've told me about him.
Dude, he is insane. Okay, he's got the biggest fucking balls I have ever seen on any human being alive. And he records everything that he does with a pair of sunglasses, so nobody knows he's recording.
Okay.
And he just does not give a shit about what anybody has. He is so weird. But lately, like his TikTok channel used to start out with him just going to Walmart and just talking to people and just saying the most off the wall shit to them. And just, filming their reaction or whatever. But now this guy, he's going into restaurants and he is requesting the most batshit fucking crazy stuff.
Oh my God.
And they're just giving it to him. And the problem that I have with it is not that he's doing that. I'm surprised that, I'm not surprised that they're just going for it and giving it to him. It's the fact that he sits and eats the entire thing, no matter what he orders.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Like, what do you like?
So,
do you remember any of the things that he like?
Crazy. So yeah, yesterday's video that I saw, he went in and ordered. He goes. he asks to speak to the waitress, and then the waitress comes out and he goes, "I'm going to order a little bit off menu, okay?" He goes, "Let me get a piece of clam chowder cheesecake."
Oh,
And they're just like, "What?" Like, and they deliver it to him, and then he got like a piece of fried bass, and what the fuck did he put on there? Oh, with peppermint oil.
oh my God.
And he's like, they're like, "Okay," and then they bring it out. But this guy, he's just like, "Hey, I didn't mix any of this for you," and he's like, "Oh, just go ahead and pour that clam chowder right on top of that cheesecake." He's like, "Just pour it
Oh.
right on top, huh?" He goes, "Yeah, just pour it right on top. It's all good." And he's like, "We didn't have any peppermint oil, so I gave you a shot of peach schnapps." He goes, "Pour that on the fish." And then he just eats
Nasty.
it right there. It is fucking disgusting.
That is very disgusting.
But like I've seen him do it. I can't stop watching his videos. They're so ungodly uncomfortable.
That sounds it.
And he always has like a weird picture of something. And it's just bizarre. It's so bizarre. I highly recommend watching him. You don't have to watch. You watch him. I mean, you don't. I don't know for sure that he's eating them, but I'm guessing that he is.
Right.
But yeah,
Oof.
he always has like some kind of weird drink with him,
Oh.
and like I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
strange, man. But anyway, my point in all that is that restaurants will pretty much do whatever you ask them to do. They'll tell. I'm not afraid of being told no. I just be like, "Oh, okay, whatever, that's fine."
Yeah. I don't like rejection. Still to this age and this day of me, I don't like being told no. I don't know why it is, but also I don't even think that way. Like that's not a line of thinking that I have going somewhere is, well, that would be great if they would put this on this. Like that's just never anything that's processed into my mind. We've talked about this before. Like I will, because you said Tammy does this too. Look at the menu before you go.
Every time.
Yeah. So I am the only thing you can get is what's on the menu. There's no, don't even think about substituting or anything like that. This is what we make. This is what you'll get. That's just my line of thinking. That's the way it is. And
Sure.
to say, hey, can I have, a cheeseburger and put a hash brown in it? I just never thought, you would never even think about doing anything like that.
I mean, so I'll go to McDonald's and I'll get like a steak, a steak. Usually the thing is like a steak bagel, so it's like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel with onions and whatever fucking breakfast sauce they have. It's like hollandaise or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go off beat and I'll say, "Hey, let me get a steak, egg, and cheese on a muffin, like an English muffin." I said, "I'm going to order 3 hash browns, but I want you to put one of those hash browns in the sandwich." Usually they're like, "Okay, I'll let them know."
That's so wild. That is just blows me away.
They're never. I mean, they're not really in the
only
business of telling you no. What the fuck do they care?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that they would just say, "Well, that's not part of what we do." I don't know. I honestly can't say for sure why I don't think that they would do it.
I mean, you could approach it differently. Just be like, "Hey, would you like?" I go to Snappy's and do it. If I see the person cooking my food, I'd be like, "Hey, can you take one of those hash browns, put it in the sandwich?"
Yeah.
They're usually just like, "Yeah, okay, sure."
So wild.
If they're fucking busy, obviously, I'm not gonna ask them to do
Well,
anything
yeah.
dumb. Like,
Yeah.
like I went to Ruby Tuesdays on Mother's Day and they were slammed. I didn't ask them to do anything
Right.
abnormal.
Yeah. I don't know. Just wild stuff. Wild stuff. But okay, so back to the limp bacon. So, all right, here's my ultimate breakfast. 10 strips of bacon, a good portion of scrambled eggs, French toast with butter and syrup. You give me those 3 things, I could eat those 3 things. What is there a limit? Like, can I also say a schmuffin or an egg McMuffin?
Whatever you think you can eat in one sitting as a perfect breakfast.
Okay. 10 strips of bacon, probably about I don't know, like a baseball size amount of scrambled eggs, maybe a little bit more. Give me 3 slices of French toast, and then give me an egg McMuffin with bacon, egg, and cheese.
More bacon.
As you can tell, I'm a bacon guy. I do not like I don't like sausage McMuffins. I don't like sausage links. I'll eat them, but if you told me bacon or sausage, I'm bacon all the way. I am Ron Swanson. You could base like even a perfect sandwich would just be nothing, or not a sandwich. A perfect breakfast would just be just a shit ton of bacon and eggs.
Give me all the bacon and eggs.
Give me all the bacon and eggs. I don't think you heard me, son. When I say bacon and eggs, like I could eat scrambled eggs. And I'm not even really picky on my eggs either. Like I'll do sunny side up, over easy, scrambled. I don't know what poached means. I don't do poached because I don't like the word.
Poached is
my
good.
God.
They're good. It's boiled. You don't know what that is?
I probably.
So
is that
you
like
stir,
hard boiled? Is that like a hard boiled egg?
No. So you stir the water until it becomes like a cyclone in the pot.
What?
Like you boil water, you stir it until it like makes a cyclone in the middle, and you crack an egg into that.
Oh.
And it kind of cooks. It kind of cooks like an over easy egg, like a sunny side up egg, but it's delicious.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that then. I won't do hard boiled eggs.
You won't?
No.
What about
absolutely
soft boiled eggs?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Yeah. Like this is another one of my weird things. Like chopped egg is weird. Like my egg has to be cracked open and scrambled, or just fried in a big, But once it's like in a piece where you gotta like cut the egg, nah, I'm out. I am so out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So no
Is it though with
taters in
me?
your ideal breakfast?
Oh, damn it. Yeah, because a good hash brown's good too. Or like the because I know, what was it? One of the places when I ordered a hash brown, I thought I was getting a hash brown, but it was like all messed up.
Breaded hash
You know
browns?
what I mean? Yeah. That's not what I was expecting, but it was still good.
That's my favorite.
I'm just so bacon and eggsy and French toasty. Yeah, you got to get some hash browns in this bitch too.
So my favorite breakfast is a country fried steak with the country gravy on top with either sausage or bacon. It doesn't matter. It depends on my mood for the day.
Mm-hmm.
A little shredded hash brown on the side. And then I also get a smoked sausage, which is kind of like a kielbasa sausage. And it's pan fried. And it is a delightful addition to your breakfast repertoire.
Man,
I get pancakes.
boy, we are like total. I don't want to say we're total opposites, but that was very much different than mine, I feel.
Yeah, it is delightful though. Like
Yeah.
it is. You've not had country fried steak, and can't believe it. You need to try that. It's
Yeah,
like,
'cause
I mean, all right. How do you feel about biscuits and gravy?
Nah. I mean, I'll eat it, but I'm not gonna order it. Like if it's there, like if I go to like a breakfast buffet, that's really low on my list. Nah, gravy for breakfast is weird. And I'm just not a biscuit guy either. It's
Breakfast
too
buffets, though, dude.
Oh,
Good
man,
call.
it's been so. Who the hell even does a freaking breakfast? Do breakfast buffets even exist anymore? I'm sure they do.
There is one in Brookville.
There used to be one here in Clearfield, up by I-80, up by the truck stop. It was the Best Western. I remember this was when I was younger because we actually went to church. And it would be after church, we would go up to Best Western and have their breakfast buffet. And oh my lordy. But like I said,
Yeah.
even if biscuits and gravy, no, I can count on one hand how many times I've had biscuits and gravy in my life. No. When it comes to breakfast, it's going to be bacon, eggs, French toast. I mean, that's like country fried steak and biscuits and gravy are so low on my list of breakfast ideas.
I wish I could say that I was disappointed in you, but
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I would.
Well,
I don't know how I can describe to you. I feel like you really like country fried steak.
I'm sure I would. Well, I'd try. I wanted to get it that time I don't think I said it on here. I told you guys at work. We were at Valley Dairy and I ordered a country fried steak. Or no, it was country fried chicken. It was country fried something. It was either the chicken or the cow. I don't remember which one. It was going to be country fried, but they ended up giving me some sort of lemon pepper ass meat. And I didn't eat it. I just boxed it up and let Autumn eat it. And then I drove to Sheetz and got myself like 4 hot dogs. So I have wanted to try it because it sounds good.
Are you not the type of person to say something in a restaurant either?
I am not. There was the time that we were at oh my god. What's the name of the Cracker Barrel? And Autumn ordered.
Okay.
I think this might be a story I told on here. It was me, Autumn, Izzy, and Autumn's dad. And Autumn's dad are very much if they don't like it, they don't care. They're going to say something. But they're not dicks about it. Autumn's dad can be a dick. But Autumn isn't. And I was feeling very, very anti-confrontational this day. But she ordered the chicken and dumplings. And she literally got like 1 piece of chicken and like 4 dumplings. It was pathetic looking. And she's like, I'm going to say something. And the whole time I'm just like, no, don't cause a scene. No. Like, don't do it. I don't know why I was so adamant that she didn't say anything because she wasn't going to be a jerk about it. But yeah, I'm one of those that if it's ass, if it's gross, I'll just bury it. I'll put my napkin over top of it like a body bag. And just be like, yeah, I really wasn't hungry.
So they serve you your food, you realize it's wrong.
Yeah.
They walk away. They come back 5 minutes later, and they're like, "How is everything?" You're like, "Good, it's great."
Yep. I lie, and I'm just like, yeah, pretty good.
Because you're afraid of what? They're not even going to tell you no. It's not like they're going to be like, "Oh shit, fucker, you're going to eat it." Like,
yeah.
They're going to be like, "Oh, we're so sorry. Let's get you the right thing that you fucking ordered."
Then I figure they're going to take it to the back and then the cook's going to like put the meat down his pants and rub his balls on it. And
my God, you know how
slide it up and down his ass
illegal
crack?
that is to do?
Yeah.
There is no way that actually happens. I'm sure it has happened.
It's happened.
But nowadays is probably pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
Because of the actual fallback that would happen if you found out that they did that.
Yeah.
The repercussions would be far worse.
Yeah. And my mom was really bad at this. And she was a bitch with the people if it was wrong. So I don't know if it's one of those, like growing up, I saw the way that she would act. And then I would be like, all right, I'm not going to be like that. But I've taken it to like this crazy extreme where it's like, not only am I not going to be mean, I'm just going to just not eat it. Or I'm going to lie and say it's great and have them box it up and then bring it home and once again throw it in the pond to the fish. Yeah,
I get what you're saying to a point because of my experience with over there at Eaton Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn! I almost forgot the name because I've boycotted them so hard. But but yeah, like that was one of the times. I usually don't have a problem with my meal. If I do, it's pretty arbitrary. I'll just not, I won't do certain things. But that one specific time when I said like, "Hey, this doesn't taste very good,"
mm-hmm.
And she's like, "You're the 14th person today to say that." Like, excuse me? Like, that triggered me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess that is the other thing. In all my years that I've ever eaten anything, I can only really think of 2 places that has screwed up my order. And that was Valley Dairy. And then one time we were at, it was a place in Clearfield. Son of a bitch. I can't remember what the name of it was called now. They screwed up my order. And then I just covered it up and then left. And then literally the guy chased me outside and he's like, "Buddy, what, was there something wrong with the sandwich?" And I was like, "No, I just wasn't hungry." I still lied. But yeah, it's still one of those with me. I think all my life, I think not even 5 times that people screwed up my order because I'm so simple. I'm a plain burger, plain whatever, nothing so I don't order anything for them to really screw up.
Interesting. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at too for the most part, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not afraid. I'm not afraid I will talk to strangers at the grocery store. I don't care.
Yes, you will. You'll sniff people and where did you sniff the guy's sheets?
Yeah, he was ordering a truffle do.
Truffly do.
So, listeners, for those of you who don't know, a truffle do is a schmuffin from Sheets.
Yep. We were I was getting ready to go on break, and the people that don't know, in the filler room where we all work, it can be kind of noisy, and we have to wear earplugs and all this other shit. So I was going on break, and what was it? You said, "Well, what do you think you're gonna get?" And I'm like, "Think I'm gonna get a schmuffin or 2." And then you looked at me with that scowl, and you're like, "A truffly do?" And I'm like, "No, a schmuffin or 2."
Dude, I'll still it was that same week or weekend or whatever. I'll never forget, like, just the overall elation that I got when I walked out on break and you were sitting in your car on break also, and you just put down your I wasn't even gonna say anything to you. I was just gonna walk by. You put down your window, and your mouth is full, and you're like, "Dude, I put the hash browns on the sandwich. Holy fuck!" Like, brother. It was just I was so filled with joy for you.
Yeah, because I didn't. It wasn't until that day that I knew that you could actually order it to get little mini hash browns in your truffly do, and and it was so good until you told me about. You were pretty sure there's onions in it, so now every time I eat the Sheets, not schmuffins. I'm sorry, the Sheets hash browns. All I taste is onions, and now I don't think I want anything to do with their hash browns.
Which I apologize for immensely.
Yeah, that's okay, but in all honesty, I still do order it, though. It's been a while since I did a schmuffin with a hash brown, but
now I know this isn't something that you're going to ever do because of your aversion to Taco Bell, but listeners out there, Taco Bell breakfast is fucking top goddamn notch.
I wish I could.
It is so goddamn good, and it's like, their breakfast steak breakfast crunch wrap is absolutely out of this world. It is a top 2 sandwich for me, easily, and it's just got steak, it's got egg, it's got cheese, and it's got a hash brown for your crunch, and then it's got the quesadilla sauce. Holy fuck, it is next level.
That's where it loses me, is the sauce.
You don't have to get the sauce, but I recommend that you do. It is that, dude, I am not a sauce guy.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, I'm not a sauce guy, but for whatever reason, my time working at Taco Bell led me to try that quesadilla sauce, and it is so good. I would have never tried it had I not known that it wasn't that spicy, because it's called creamy jalapeno sauce. That's what it is. I mean, it doesn't say that on the menu, but it's called quesadilla sauce. But it's just so good, and I don't know what it is, and I just gave it a shot one day, and then finally it is just That
I
is a
mean,
top tier level fucking breakfast sandwich for me.
it looks really good. I'm looking at the picture right now.
It is absolutely excellent in every way, shape, and form. I would recommend getting it maybe without the quesadilla sauce. Give it. There's nothing in it you wouldn't like without
Well,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Everything that you're saying, I just always assume that they're always going to put like weird vegetable shit in it or something.
No, I promise you, you can. It's literally the only thing at Taco Bell I don't have to edit when I go there. That's why I like it.
Yeah,
So I can
okay.
just say, "Hey, two steak crunch wraps, done," and that's it. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to ask for any substitutions. Nothing. Now you can go there and just be
Oh,
like, "Hey, leave the sauce off there," and it'll just be steak,
yeah.
egg, cheese, and a hash brown. And they are fucking baller, dude. I'm no joke. They are so good.
I know when I'd see the commercials for them, I'd always say, like, man, these things look really freaking good. But then I'm always like, well, it's Taco Bell. They're going to put some weird shit in it, or there's going to be some weird taco sauce or some sort of weird thing that I can't not get in it, and then I'm going to not want it. So if you're saying that I can do that.
Yeah, just tell them to do it without it.
Oh, look at that one right there. Breakfast crunch wrap bacon.
See, now Brant did that. I specifically told Brant to try it with steak. I've had it with everything, and the steak one is,
The
in
steak
my
is the
opinion, is
best.
the best
Okay.
one. But Brant says it's good with the bacon. I'm not gonna deny that. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah, like-
enjoyed it with the bacon, but the first exposure I had to it was with the steak, and it was so good that I was like, I gotta have that. And that's the only one I get now, and I will go and I'll get two of them in one shot. I don't, however, recommend. Taco Bell doesn't do a great job with their hash browns, just generally speaking.
Okay.
It's fine in the sandwich, but
Yeah.
outside of the sandwich, it's just like, I could do without that.
Yeah, like right here, right there, it says creamy jalapeno sauce, jalapeno sauce, and right there, I can put no jalapeno sauce.
Yeah.
And yeah, bacon, well, or steak. I'm sorry, because right there it does say I can put steak in it. So steakin, Jesus frick, steak, cheese, hash brown, egg. Yeah, how could I can add potatoes?
Oh, I would recommend that.
Wow, it only adds 90 and it's only 95 cents. Sauces, nacho cheese sauce. Oh my. You know what, man? Can I order this in the evening or is this a breakfast only?
It's only a breakfast thing.
Son of a bitch. Okay. What time do they open? I guess I could have looked at the hours.
I want to say they start serving breakfast at 6 in the morning. I'm pretty sure they do.
And
You
I
might be able to
may-
swing work.
Yeah. Taco
I
Bell.
I would recommend it so hard, man.
Well, you've got me you got me really thinking about giving it a shot. And I will try the steak. I will not try the bacon.
I told Brant to do this on a total whim, and he contacted me after he did it and was like, "Bro, this is fucking next level." And I'm like, "I told you it's so good," and I don't know why. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. It's just well done, and it's fresh, and it's good. Like, I just think they're great.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, Taco Bell looks like they open up at 7 a.m.
I'm pretty sure the one in DuBois is open from 6 till 11, I think it says.
It says here when I did the 85574 Schaefer Road, DuBois, and then you go to the hours.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like I got to give it a shot though. At some way, shape, or form, I gotta give it a try. Wait, because no, Clearfield doesn't have one anymore, right?
No.
No, because it was connected to KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. That's very okay. All right. Yeah, I'll figure out a way to try it sometime here.
You won't.
Damn.
I mean, here's the problem, and I mean, I hopefully it doesn't add to your aversion for it, but once you try it, you're gonna be like, God damn! Now I need to get it again.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that. If that happens, I mean, I guess I'm okay. I'm gonna have to be okay. But it's just how am I gonna get up here, hang out here? I keep saying now that school's out and I don't have to come home, in such of a hurry to get Izzy over to the school bus that the days that I'm feeling, like those slow nights, not like
Oh,
the other
yeah.
night where we ran our asses off with that goddamn multi-pack shit that we had to do, where I was just beat, absolutely beat. And you did cups longer than I did. I don't know how you weren't, unless you were sore. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I was a little sore the next day, but I
Oh,
don't know.
but like the slow nights that we've got where we don't really, where there's, all five of us, over on line one or something. To make a short story long here, I've always said that I want to, maybe like some nights I'll work out after work. Yeah, I'll, hop on the treadmill or I'll, you know, do a little something. That would be perfect
Yeah.
because I would work out till like, 7, quarter after 7, something like that. And then what better thing to do than to burn all those calories by working out than going and stuffing your face with a, what,
Taco
1,200
Bell.
calorie breakfast sandwich.
It's perfect. You just
It is. I'm evening myself out.
yeah. There you go. That's the way to do it. I mean,
Uh,
I would recommend it. I mean,
well, you got me, wanting to do it now, and I'll figure out a way to do it.
now people, I'm not overly fond of like Wendy's breakfast. It's all right.
I've never had Wendy's
It's not.
breakfast.
They have their little breakfast potato wedges are fucking awesome.
Okay.
But that's it. I haven't had anything like a breakfast baconator. I'm not overly fond of that.
No.
No, I've had the chicken one. Not fond of it.
Yeah. I
I've tried a couple times. I'm just like, well, whatever. I have never had Arby's breakfast. I know it's a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It is here.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's here too. Like I said, and I've told this story many times. I don't like going to Burger King and Arby's up here in Clearfield because of where it's at. I hate with a passion trying to pull out of there because you got to fight with all the traffic coming off of 80 and you got to fight with the people, going to 80. I make a bigger deal out of it than what it really is, but I just don't like crossing that much traffic. There's times where if I have to go to Burger King, I'll just take a right. I'll just go up past the thing for 80 and swing around and come down. I'm very impatient when it comes to trying to pull out of somewhere. And if I have to go left, I'll just be like, fuck it, I'm going right. And then I'll just go up and turn around, which in the meantime, when you do that, then you'll see all the cars that were behind you are already gone. Had I just been patient, I'd have been all right.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I can empathize with that.
yeah, but yeah, I would assume that Arby's, the Clearfield has a breakfast. When it comes to breakfast eating out, I would go. I'm going to do a little. Let's do a little. Well, this will be a really quick ranking system for me. Because if really the only places I've ever gone like fast, like to get your food fast, not like the diners and stuff. I would have to say my favorite breakfast is probably McDonald's by a skosh over Sheets.
Okay.
I
Now,
would go.
have you ever gone to McDonald's and ordered breakfast other than a breakfast sandwich?
Oh yeah, I've done their little pancake platter thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can never go wrong. I even really do like their sausage McMuffins if I have to get one. Not
Yeah, they're
not
not
that I
bad.
ever get one, but like Izzy, that's all Izzy will get is sausage McMuffins. She doesn't like the bacon ones. She'll eat them, but she prefers sausage.
Dude, I'm not kidding. Try the steak from there.
I will.
Because
I
it's
will.
like it's not shredded, it's a patty. It's fucking
Yeah.
delicious.
A steak patty. That just sounds really wild.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And
So-
you can get it. Just don't order the one that's pre-made. Don't order the steak bagel. Just order meat, egg, and cheese schmuffin or muffin.
Mm-hmm.
And then just tell them to put steak on it for the meat.
Okay. Because that's always that's another one that's always low because it's always like my first pick always at McDonald's is going to be the McGriddle, even though they seem like they keep shrinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a McGriddle guy, then a McMuffin guy, then I would go the pancake platter.
McGriddles are so fucking genius, dude. So
Oh my
brilliant.
God. When those came out, that was I still remember the first time I got one. I
Me
remember,
too.
yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. Because I remember there was a commercial and I'm like, wait, it's got little pockets of syrup in the bread. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Now listen to this. Let me put you on to something. Remember,
Oh,
what 2 days ago
uh-huh.
when I told you McDonald's is now back to 24 hours a day?
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
No.
When
You can
we
do
go
breakfast
on our
24.
when we go on our last break, they're serving breakfast.
Wheat fancy Moses. I love that.
So you should be able to do that. I think they start serving breakfast at like 4 a.m.
Ooh, I love McDonald's breakfast. Like I said, I like a
'Cause-
truffle do. Don't get me wrong. I like the schmuffins. I like what other breakfast stuff do I get at Sheets? But I don't feel like there's a whole lot that I do get there that's breakfast related. It's usually just schmuffin.
I mean, I would recommend trying Snappies at some point if you ever get around to it for
Yeah.
a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You could order that all night long if you wanted to.
Nice.
They have an app. You could pre-order it.
Yeah, that would be sublime.
It
I
would
might
be
have to
so-
get I have to get the Snappies app. I don't know why I never got the Snappies app.
Now, like if you were to say, "Hey," you look at me and say, "Hey, I ordered Snappies," I'm
Uh-huh.
immediately I'm going to add 10 minutes to your break time. You just go get your sandwich and come back. You know, you eat it, whatever you got to do, because they can be kind of an asshole. But that way, I don't want you to have to ever feel like you're gonna,
Yeah.
you know, you need to be on a time crunch because Snappies, they're good food, but sometimes they just dick around. You know,
They did. Okay.
it's not that fast. You know what I mean?
I do. I appreciate
But
that.
I do recommend ordering it ahead of time. That way you can get a little bit of a head, because there have been times where I've got there and it's been done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Right.
if it was just me and you in there, I'd be like, yeah, just take your time.
Good. What? Like, well, hell, I think this weekend, I think it'll be the two of us on line 3. Which, to the people that don't know, line 3 is like our slowest line, where it's like easily one person could do it. 2 people sometimes feels like too many at times.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but at times. The hell am I looking for now? Oh, see, I
But yeah,
shouldn't be. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, that'll be a perfect opportunity to do something like that. Because
word. So yeah, see, I shouldn't be doing 2 things at once. I'm trying to get the Snappies app while we're doing the show. I need
it's
to
all
just
good.
wait till after the show to do it. See now, like one of the biggest surprises, I always heard really shitty things about this place was IHOP. Everyone always said no matter what IHOP you ever go to, it's gonna be grungy, dingy, sloppy, gross. Everyone's gonna be gross inside. You know, it just made it sound like it was like a ghetto restaurant, no matter where you went. So, just maybe 3 years ago, we went to the one in State College because we were trying to think of somewhere to eat. We're driving through Atherton, and we're like, "Oh, okay. Well, there's this place, and then we saw IHOP, and we're like, well, there's not a single car there. It's like, well, that might not be a very good sign. But we thought, let's just do it. Let's go there. Because if you go to like the Yelp reviews for the IHOP, it's always like disgusting place. Food was okay. Blah blah blah. Holy hell, do you get a lot? And we've been there, I'd say 3 or 4 times. People are super nice. One time the waiter sat down and just bullshitted with us for a while. A little weird that he sat down with us,
Yeah.
but it was still like we had a whole big open area, and he asked if he could sit down. I don't know. I don't even remember what the hell we even talked about. People were very, very nice. It wasn't. I mean, yeah, it's not like pristine inside, but it's not disgusting. There's not like food all over the place. But my God, if you get like their breakfast platter, the one platter I got. I don't remember what it was. It was of course a bacon, egg, and something. I basically got like almost 3 platefuls of food, and the price was like only $10 or something. It was unbelievable the amount of food that you got, and it was very, very good. I highly recommend it. I don't think I'll highly recommend. I'll just recommend going to IHOP if you're ever in State College to
I
go
mean,
to it.
so my affection or my affinity for Perkins pancakes is a long-standing affinity. I've always been totally hooked on them,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never had a pancake that's compared to that. And my
Okay.
one friend, my buddy, was like, "Oh, man, you need to try IHOP. It's the greatest fucking pancake I ever like."
Yeah.
And so I went to an IHOP, and I was sorely disappointed. He could
Oh.
not have been more wrong.
Oh. No. Something
I mean,
had to have happened.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was delicious, but it was not as good, and I don't know what it is. I have absolutely no idea why Perkins pancakes are so good to me. But nothing tastes like them.
Son of a bitch. And see, I just now finally got to um going back to Perkins ever since the incident before they burnt down where I told them their service sucked and they said, "Thank you, come again." We went, yeah, I'm pretty sure I told that story on
I
here.
think you did, yeah.
Um, it was because it was very odd that, I tell them that the only time that's literally like the last time I was ever a dick to anybody in a restaurant was at that Perkins because I was like, "Your service sucks." And then 2 weeks later, it burned down. Like, oh, yikes. Hopefully, they don't think I'm a suspect.
Yeah, right.
But not too long ago, we did go there. It was the one in Du Bois. Because we had horrible luck with Perkins no matter where we went. This is the other thing. It was the time. Okay. It was the time when we ended up going to IHOP. We were going to go to Perkins first because Perkins was a little bit higher up. We pulled in there. Yeah, because it's over by the mall. So it wasn't higher up. Whatever the fuck. I don't know. All I know is we were going to go to Perkins first. We pulled in. It wasn't that busy. We stood there. 5 different waitresses and people stared at us and then turned around and walked away. Didn't even seat us. Like I said, it was a good solid 5 minutes, which I'm sorry, 5 minutes standing there when people are staring at you, that's more than enough time. So we're just like, nah, we're out. So then we
Absolutely.
left. And then we tried one. This was much longer ago because this is when we would have to take Izzy to Geisinger. And when you got off the interstate for the Geisinger exit, there was always that Perkins on the right. We tried there. Same thing. Stood there. People stared at us, did not seat us. So we're like, all right, fuck Perkins. Like, I am done with Perkins. We're never going to a Perkins ever again. And then about, maybe a year or two ago, I begrudgingly, is that what I want to say? I begrudgingly
Yeah.
pulled in there because it was lunchtime and we're like, all right, well, let's try it. I think Izzy wanted to try it or something. It was too late. I think, do they do breakfast at all times?
All day, yeah.
That's right, because I got the breakfast burger, which that was really good. So going there, they were nice, all this other shit. So they're back on my list of decent people. So that is one breakfast that I don't think I've ever. Okay, no, I did try it back in 1996, I believe. Because we were to have a baseball game. It was supposed to be a doubleheader. It got canceled, so a couple of us players and the head coach Bear were like, you know what? It's early because we were supposed to go like to Port Allegheny or something. So it was like 8 a.m. We had to meet at the school. They're like, too much rain. We're not going. So we're like, well, what are we gonna do? And then Bear, our coach, he's like, let's go to Perkins and have some breakfast. So we all rode up to Perkins for breakfast. But that was, like I said, senior year of high school. I remember it being good, but I don't remember what I got or anything. So I'm going to have to I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to try Perkins at some point for the breakfast.
Yeah, those pancakes are fucking just top notch. I don't know what they're doing to them, but
Are they big?
yeah,
Like, they're huge? They're not like a bunch of little, like, there's,
I
what do they
wouldn't
call
say
them?
they're huge, but they're
Yeah.
average pancakes. They're
Okay.
just so good. I don't know,
Yeah.
and like they have this something. I don't know what word I want to use for it, but there's a very certainly specific thing about them that no
Mhm.
other pancake has.
Really?
Yeah, and I've never been able to find that. And
Hmm.
they're so good that I've even like I've considered trying to get hired there just long enough to learn how to make them.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
I want to, but I don't want to.
Yeah. I understand.
So I can't make pancakes at home. I've never been able to. They're always trash every time. I always just go with waffle. Now, as
Yeah.
far as eggs go, I'm like you. I can have eggs any way, shape, and form except Benedict. Fuck eggs Benedict.
What is egg? I've heard of eggs Benedict, but I don't know what the hell an eggs Benedict
The
is.
eggs served on a biscuit or an English muffin or something like that, covered in hollandaise sauce.
Fuck you. I don't know what
Fuck
hollandaise is,
you.
but I am not eating hollandaise sauce. That
It's
just
not. It
sounds
doesn't sound.
too
It. Yeah.
sounds like horseradish. Hollandaise, horseradish. It's close enough to being total crap. I don't care. No. I'm out.
Let's find out. I know it's funny because there's nothing in hollandaise that I wouldn't like.
Sounds like
But
there's
it's like mayonnaise. Like I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
see why I don't like it. All right, here's hollandaise sauce: 3 egg yolks, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, salt, cayenne pepper, and melted butter.
No, that's all disgusting. Not all of it, but the lemon juice, no. Dijon mustard, no. Would you say the other thing was? What was after Dijon mustard? Cayenne pepper?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing cayenne pepper. I'll do regular pepper, but not cayenne. Get the hell out of here. No way. No way.
No way. What is this,
Oh.
seahorse captain? Okay. Oh, anyway, fucking breakfast, dude.
Yeah, we did pretty good on this. Now, oh, son of a bitch, I just forgot the question I was going to ask. Well, you didn't give yours, like, okay, you do your ranking. So I said for me, McDonald's 1. Like, if we're talking, like, get your food in and out. And I don't really have a whole lot to choose from. But it's, like, to me, McDonald's is numero uno. So I would assume that McDonald's is 1 for you.
It's probably 3.
Oh, give it to me.
Well, I'm gonna go with Snappies as my numero uno.
Okay.
Probably Taco Bell is my number 2,
Oh.
and then McDonald's, and then every place subsequently thereafter. Wendy's, Burger King, probably in that exact order.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe like for an off the cuff one, we'll go with the Bobette Motel. They have a pretty good breakfast sandwich to get. They'll make you one to go, but it's kind of out of the way. So
The what? The Bobette.
the Bobette Motel and Diner, yeah, it's up at the Blinker Light Sheets.
Oh, okay. I do know. Yep. Oh, excuse me. I have heard about that. Yeah, never.
Yeah, they're decent.
Yeah, never heard of that.
But in terms of like, if I want something, like I'm also not opposed to, which I'm sure you probably won't be surprised by. But if you call Perkins
Mm-hmm.
and order your food takeout, it's done in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Really?
Easy.
So I could essentially, like, any night at work, I can call them, and I can get Perkins.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
It really
changer.
doesn't take much time.
Hmm.
They almost always, they're like, yeah, give us 10 minutes, if that. And like, I It's just enough time for me to wherever I'm at, I just go straight there, and they're like, "Yep, it's all ready," and they have it all bagged up, everything's separated, it's perfect. They give you
Damn.
a big fucking bag of just like sauces and utensils and little cups of syrup and butter, and
Wow. That's
that would be the perfect thing to do on like a slow night at work and come back, go get it, and then come back and then sit in the break room and just pig out on a breakfast that you got at Perkins. That
yeah.
shit is delicious.
That's a good Monday thing. If
Yeah,
usually if our Mondays are slow. Ooh, Daddy likes. Huh.
that's something I'd even do with you.
Yeah. I think we should. I think we should a night that we know we're slow, we'll do that. It's a date.
Perfect.
Yep. Spuds and waffles, having some waffles and spuds maybe too. Who knows?
Now, another, since we mentioned it, Dutch panties, fucking banging breakfast.
I love, yeah. So, yeah, like if we want to talk like straight, like combine all, like for me, like all of my breakfast places I've ever gone to, like I put McDonald's one because you get in and out. But
Sure.
if I'm talking just straight, if I want breakfast, whether it's sit down or fast food, I would probably go Spanky's 1 here in Clearfield. Dutch Panties would be 2. IHOP would be 3. Then we would go McDonald's, Sheets.
Oh, so you
Like-
don't even have Perkins on there.
No, because I've never. It's been so long since I've had it. I can't ethically put it on my list because I've never had it. It's been 20 some years since I've had it.
I got you.
Yeah. Now, when I have Perkins, then we might have to do an updated rankings. But right
Okay.
now, like it's at Spanky's in Clearfield, the portions they give are just incredible.
Huh.
Definitely recommended if you're ever in Clearfield in the morning to go to Spanky's.
Sure.
Yep. Yep.
Now-
Like I said, Dutch Pantry is very good too, though.
I haven't had Denny's in a while, so maybe that's that. Their breakfast is pretty good.
I think when we would go to the beach with my sisters, we would always stop at a Denny's. Like, whatever it had been, like 3 hours away from here, wherever that would be. We always, because my brother-in-law had a specific routine. He did the same exact route every year. We always stopped at the same places every year. It was ridiculous, the routines that we would go through. And the route that he chose was always so much longer than the actual route. But that's what he was a routine guy. And yeah, I feel like I have had Denny's breakfast, but it's another one of those. It's been so long, I can't put it on my list.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I can only
Same
put
here.
I can only put the ones that I've had within the last like 5 years on the list.
Now, my parents have been haunting a local place in DuBois that's been around for a while. They say it's fucking great for breakfast. My parents are also breakfast aficionados. My dad, that is, I say that in a regard to my father being a truck driver for 40 years
Oh,
and having breakfast all over the fucking country.
He would know, man. Exactly.
Yeah. And he says that Logan's Quick Lunch in DuBois is like top fucking notch for breakfast.
Really?
That's what he says. Now
Wait a
he
minute.
was
I'm
he
trying
was
to
pretty,
think of where.
that's on West Long Avenue.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay. I know what you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah, they say it's pretty good. It's cheap. It's good. I've never had it, so I can't say to that. But there was a place in town. It's called Breaking Bread. It was pretty good. It probably had the second best pancakes I've ever had. These pancakes tasted like vanilla cookies. They were fucking awesome.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, they were delicious. They still lacked that one thing that Perkins still had that kept me going back.
Yeah, that secret ingredient.
The addictive quality. Dude, I could find out that was somebody's mammal sauce and I'd be like, well, that's fine.
It's like, tastes good. Don't care.
Yeah, don't care. But yeah, they had a good one, and then the diner, DuBois Diner, had an okay breakfast.
Yeah. The
It
only
wasn't
thing,
bad. They had a buckwheat pancake that was fucking awesome.
buckwheat. I don't know if I
I
would.
mean,
I'm not down with buckwheat.
I mean, I get you. It's just pretty
Yeah.
good. I liked it.
Yeah. The best thing I ever got from that DuBois Diner, and I got it by accident, was the cheeseburger in the middle of 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. I didn't even know I was ordering it. It was on the menu. It just said like double cheeseburger or something like that. I'm like, all I see is a shitload of cheese and a burger. I'm like, I'm in. And then she plopped this down, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is like 2 grilled cheese sandwiches on top of each other. Then I'm like, wait a minute. There's a fucking burger in between the grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm like, I don't know who invented this, but I would like hardcore make out with this person right now because of whoever invented that.
Dude,
It
I'll
was
never
beautiful.
forget. I'll never forget. Though I had an interview at the DuBois Diner one time.
Oh, okay.
Right, I was trying to get a job, and they sit down, they do your interview, and then like to finish off your interview, they take you back in the kitchen and they say, "Make us something." I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Just make us something that we've never had before, like something interesting that you make." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Oh,
you're
that's a
gonna put
lot
me
of
on.
pressure.
Oh my god, man! It was so much pressure. Like, I'll
Yeah.
never forget. I was like, they give you like no warning, and you're like, now you have to come up with something. And I'm like, ah, fuck. Like, so I made them a grilled cheese.
Way
And
of
they're like,
thinking
yeah,
outside
no,
the
you're
box.
not hired.
Yeah. It's like, man, it's
And
like I'm gonna cook you up something real crazy. Here
now,
you go.
as respectable as I think that is, like, that's a cool interview thing to do if
Yeah.
you're prepared for it.
Well,
But
yeah.
like, they're like, here, go back in the kitchen. And they don't tell you shit.
Oh.
They don't tell you where anything is.
Oh yeah, I would have folded under the pressure. I don't even know if I'd have been smart enough to make a grilled cheese.
I was like, what? I mean, in retrospect, I've thought of 40 fucking things that I could have made them after
Well,
the
yeah,
fact.
after the thought, yeah. But at that time, yeah, I would have. I think I probably would have just been like, nah, this job isn't for me.
But
I got nothing.
in regard to the diner and breakfast buffets, they used to have one every Sunday. They had a breakfast buffet.
Oh,
And it was so awesome. They had a guy that stood at the end. And dude, this is a fucking like master class in breakfast buffet. You got a guy at the end that's making omelets to order.
no,
Yeah. That shit was awesome.
the omelet guy.
Dude, you just threw a bunch of shit on your plate and say, here you go. And he just turned it into an omelet for you.
Oh my god,
That is master class. Like,
that
that's
is
top tier. But
Wonder where that guy is.
he works at Snappies.
Oh,
I see him all the time.
you had to be like this, and this. Make that into an omelet for me, and he might.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
he would do it for you.
Gee, he would. That guy was fucking he's awesome. That guy also, side note about this guy specifically, one of my favorite pizza delivery orders of all time. This guy is just a masterclass human being, all right? He is gay as a day is long, all right? Him and his husband, they lived up just off Maple Avenue up in this dead end hill or whatever. And these guys would absolutely go wall to wall for Christmas.
Nice.
Insane Christmas decorating. And not only that, but like they were like sassy gay.
Oh,
like real sassy.
Uh-huh.
And
like,
I would deliver pizza to them all the time. And his dog would come to the door, and he, you could tell they just loved their dogs.
Uh-huh.
But they also weren't afraid to talk shit on their dogs. So like the dog would come to the door, just go absolutely crazy, and he'd be like, "Shut up, you fucking bitch! Like, get out of the fucking way!" Like, just crazy shit. And then they'd stand there and talk your ear off for whatever. And then like their Christmas decorating was just top tier. I took the guy was always trying to win the local contest that I didn't even know about.
Oh, yeah.
He won like 10 times in a row or some shit.
Nice.
But Yeah, and then like I show up one day to his house, and he it smelled absolutely amazing out. This is in the middle of summer, or like spring. Smelled incredible outside. I'm like, dude, why does it smell so good out here? He goes, oh man, we got like 75 flowering trees in the backyard. I'm like, bro, that's
Ooh,
amazing.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's great for a couple weeks, and then it smells like fucking pure vomit for. And I'm like, all right. He goes, it's hardly worth it. Like, dude, you're awesome.
Oh man,
But
that's
yeah, he
great.
works at Snappy's. I talk to him all the time.
Nice. Does he
But
still? Did
anyway,
you ask him about if he still has the trees?
I should
You
actually.
should.
No, I don't usually ask him that, but
Yeah. That's probably,
anyway,
kind of a weird question.
one specific thing that I remember having there at that breakfast buffet that I've never forgotten about, and I've always wanted to try doing it again, and I
Mhm.
just never. I was too lazy to, I guess. But they had something that blew my mind.
Mhm.
And it was chicken tenders that were on their breakfast buffet, but they weren't regular chicken tenders. They were breaded with frosted flakes.
Ooh, wee, that sounds interesting.
They were so good. And I was like, this is the most unique. I was like, why are these so like sweet and fucking delicious? He's like, they're breaded with frosted flakes. I'm like, wow, man, that is next level. Like,
Yeah.
I have never thought of doing that.
No, I never even thought of like. I feel like the whole breading process is difficult. I doubt it is, but like how because you say about you would bread things with pork rinds,
Yeah.
and I would be like, man, that just sounds like that's like a lot of work. I don't.
It's not that hard if you do like it's not any different than like shake and bake. Have you ever shake and bake?
I love shake and bake.
It's the same concept.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much exactly the same thing, except you just do it, you just deep fry it instead of bake it.
Gotcha.
So like
Maybe
they
that's
have
that might be
they have
the part, the deep frying part. That's kind
it
of be messy, can it?
it can be, yeah.
Yeah. So
Now
maybe
they used
that's
to
what
have
it is.
these at Walmart they have a box of flour
Mhm.
in right next to the shake and bake. It's called Kentucky Fried.
Oh,
And it
okay.
is just it's flour that has probably almost all of the 11 herbs and spices that is in KFC.
Oh,
And you can bread your own chicken with that. And now to bread with flour, it's the same exact concept. You dip the chicken in egg, put it in the flour, dip it back in the egg, put back in the flour, then you fry it. And it turns into a chicken tender.
ooh, kinky.
And now it's messy as fuck, but it's damn good. Now
Yeah.
if you have a regular deep fryer, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and that's always been one of those things we've always talked about, like getting as a deep fryer. But then we're like, how often would we really use it? The cleanup process, all that stuff. So we just never really did it.
Yeah.
We're like,
Now
well,
I have one that's very interesting. It has like a drawer on the bottom, like a plastic drawer that's connected to like a drain in the fryer. So you can just turn on the drain and it kind of just drains into this like plastic thing and you can take it out and
oh,
dispose of it that way.
that's nice.
But it still takes a while. Like it's still a pain in the ass to clean. So I don't use it that often.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I
Okay.
have done certain things like on occasion with Amanda and her husband Joe will have like a taco night here at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I have taken corn tortillas and ran a pizza cutter through them and throw them in the fryer and then made our own nachos.
Wow, I never thought of that.
It's delicious.
That sounds it.
Yeah, homemade nachos at
Huh.
home. It's like fucking so cheap. Like
Yeah. I'm just not smart enough. My culinary skills are very low. Well, it just took till however many months ago for me to have the balls to finally make my own Alfredo sauce.
oh yeah, dude,
So,
that is next level.
which to me right there, that's I'm pretty much Guy Fieri right there. That's about as highbrow as I go. Other than that, if it's not like right out of the box, I don't do it. And it's always one of those I'd like to, and I think about doing it, but then it's like, well, it means I'm gonna have to go to the store and I'm gonna have to buy things, and then I'm gonna have to come back and I'm gonna have to do it. Then I'm gonna have to clean up. It just feels like sometimes it's not worth it. even though it sounds like it is. And it would be. I know it would be. But
Yeah.
I got to
Eh,
get that oomph to do it.
I watch a lot of the Food Network, so
The only time I watch Food Network's at work. And that's when I start getting that little itch, is when I watch, the whatever it is, the one when they're like running down the aisles and they're grabbing things and then they're just making things because of the little spinner. The guy has the spinner and he's like, "You're gonna deep fry chicken with this," and then they gotta go and they gotta buy things, and then they only got like a half hour to make something,
right.
and it's just like, oh my god, I'm like, it's very addicting. I'm like, I'm gonna go home and watch Food Network. I don't even know where Food Network is on my TV here, but that's when I do get that itch to do something. That's like, well, they make it look like it's not that difficult.
I mean, it's really not. It
Yeah.
just we're picky eaters. You know what I mean? I'm a picky eater just like you are, but I'm not afraid to to try some things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm also not afraid to cook. Like I just what I do. Like
Man, I wish I could.
I mean,
I mean,
my mom and dad, they're very they like quick foods.
mm-hmm.
They
Same.
don't do. My mom is so anti messy
Mm-hmm.
that she will just bake something in the oven or buy a frozen pizza or just go to the chicken counter at Walmart and just bring stuff home or order out. Like,
Yep.
that's how I grew up. So when I was able to finally make my own food, I just did it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I realize now what she was talking about. It doesn't bother me as much as it bothered her.
Mm-hmm.
But like, man, I always have a full sink load of dishes that I have to do all the
Yeah.
time.
Like, it's so old. So old. Having
But I
dishes to
also
do.
don't love to go out to eat all the time because it's
Yeah.
like, it's $60 a drop. Like,
Yep. Yep. And see now, like, I was the total opposite. Like, my mom and stepdad, I felt like they cooked more than we would get something quick and easy. And now I am quick and easy. I'm
see,
not.
but at
I
the
don't.
same time, you have an attribute about you that I envy and I wish that I could do is that you pack your lunch. I can't do it. I have tried and tried and tried. And I've
Yeah.
been with Danone for what, 6 years now? I
Mhm.
still can't fucking do it, man. I
This is the
cannot.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever packed my lunch ever in my life. Because mainly I worked in Clearfield and my job, our job, we had hour-long breaks. So I would just go home for an hour. So I never had to pack my lunch. So this is the first time I've ever done it. Uh, yeah, I do feel like I do that more often than not. The part that always irks me is I feel like I have to eat everything at my first break. I try my best not to, but
I mean, that's when
like,
I eat too.
yeah, but like this last time, whatever last night we worked, whatever, I had, I made 2 burgers and I had almost a whole box worth of mac and cheese. I ate all of it at my first break. I'm like, well, what the hell am I going to do? Because I knew my second break I wasn't going to be hungry, but that third break, I'm going to start getting hungry again. Where in my mind, I want to eat something small first break, then eat huge the second break, and then maybe snack the third break if I have to. But I can't do that. First break, I just start wolfing. Even if I'm not hungry, I eat everything. It's really annoying. But I am proud of myself that I am able to pack a majority of the time. I'd say 70% of the time I pack.
Right. I just can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have this obsession with not sitting in that break room.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to my car and I feel like if I pack, then 99% of the time I'm not going to remember to grab my lunch. And then before I know that, I'm like, I'm out and I'm, grabbing food. And then I get mad because I've wasted my time in the drive through somewhere. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't find a happy medium.
It is hard to find a happy medium. Happy mediums are hard.
They are hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I never feel like I'm ever at a happy medium.
No.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Edit that part out. I just guzzled that iced tea.
Hey, it's okay. It happens. I
is.
didn't even edit out the last week. There was a moment where I dropped out of the episode, and it's just you for 3 minutes going, hello. Where did I lose you? If I fucking lost my internet again, I'm fucking gonna be pissed. Like, I just left it right. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Oh, that episode was so goddamn annoying. I have no idea why I lost that internet. That is literally the only time since then that we've even ever lost internet. Was during that show. I lost it how many? 3 times at least.
Oh yeah.
And we have never lost internet for 1 second ever since then.
Huh.
I do not understand that. That was so unbelievably frustrating.
Internet is fickle, man.
It's a fickle bitch.
Damn right. Well, I think I'm tapped out for breakfast. I don't think I got anything else. We fucking explored that category.
Yeah, I feel like there's other things we may have missed, but I don't think.
Oh, I can mention this. Eggs over rice is one of my favorite fucking things to have for breakfast in the world.
That sounds disgusting.
I'm
not a rice guy. I like the only rice that I will truly ever eat is I don't know, whatever it's called, the yellow rice at the Chinese place. Is it burnt rice or cooked rice or fried rice? I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever the rice that you get when you get the food. I'll eat that.
I'm telling you, you make a you get like a bag of Uncle Ben's.
Mm-hmm.
Or
is it Uncle Ben anymore?
He's Ben's Original.
Okay.
You get Ben's Original, jasmine rice, whatever kind of rice you like. Throw that in the microwave for 2 minutes. Put it in a dish. Throw some sunny side up eggs on top of that. I put some hot sauce on there, but you don't have to. But you butter the rice, put some eggs on top of that, and just chow. It is so good.
The only rice that I think I like that I've gotten from any of those places, I think it was like isn't there like a chicken flavored? I love the chicken flavored rice.
That would be good with egg too.
Yeah. I remember when I was a young lad. This was also when I remember that I also ate pickles. Like, pickles are disgusting now, but I still remember being 6, 7, 8, something like that, years old, eating pickles. I would pick things up out of I wouldn't eat the jar, the sliced, the crinkled, like the sliced pickles.
Uh-huh.
I remember eating those. But around this same time, I would always eat, my mom would make just the regular old white rice, and then she would sprinkle the shit out of it with brown sugar and cinnamon.
Regular.
Yeah. Yep, just regular old rice. Just right. Of course, at this time, this was in the 80s, so there wasn't, there might have been microwavable rice, but I don't think there was. I think it was, you basically had to cook it on the stove. You poured it in, and I don't know the specifics. I just know that she would bring me a plate or a bowl of white rice, and it had brown sugar and cinnamon sprinkled all over it, and it was so good. I don't remember ever eating it ever since. That's been 38, 40 years ago.
For those of you out there listening, if you're looking for something interesting for breakfast, eggs over rice is always good, and you can thank One Punch Man, the anime, for that discovery, because I was like, ugh, I'm trying that.
Is that how you did it too?
Pretty much. That's the same thing I did with peanut butter on peanut butter pizza. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not peanut butter on a marinara sauce pie. I was watching a TV show called Hack My Life. You ever hear that?
I loved Hack My Life.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It
was on
great
True TV.
Show.
Yeah. And there's these guys, and they're using peanut butter to just do different life hacks. And at this point, they're scraping stickers off of like a locker.
Okay.
With peanut butter. And the guy looks at the other guy and he goes, "Is this the strangest thing you've ever done with peanut butter?" He goes, "Nah, I put peanut butter on my pizza." And I'm like, ew. I'm looking that up. Like, and there I am. I'm just immediately start looking it up. And I find a couple people on YouTube putting peanut butter on like their Supreme pizza from Pizza Hut. And I'm like, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. And I do a random Google search and I come across this place in Connecticut that's selling peanut butter bacon provolone pizza. Now, at this point, my brain started ticking. And I thought, okay, now to bring this back around to the subject matter, I dated a girl who used to eat for breakfast a peanut butter bagel with squares of mild cheddar cheese or sharp cheddar cheese on it. And I thought, what the fuck are you doing?
That's weird.
But it is goddamn delicious.
See,
I watched her eat it every day. And I thought, there's got to be something there.
Yeah. Because I always think how gross this is. Yeah. But then
it's like you're 300 pounds. There's got to be something there.
Yeah. But I always think that's gross. And then you reminded me about, you said, well, don't you eat, which I do, those cheddar cheese crackers with peanut butter in them.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I love those. Those are really, really good. So
that was my thought process. That's how she convinced me.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So I gave it a shot. Fuck. Banging. It's so good.
Peanut butter and sharp cheddar cheese. I don't know.
On a bagel. You want to get your bagel nice and warm, get that peanut butter melted, get that sharp cheddar cheese on there, nice thinly sliced, like you're putting it on a cracker, but put it on there and around the whole bagel so every bite you get's got a little cheese on it. Top notch.
Yeah.
So I had eaten that for... Huh?
We're back to the bagel, though. I'm not a bagel guy.
Right. I got you.
Maybe if I toast the hell out of it, then maybe... I don't know.
Because my toaster has a bagel setting, and it's fucking awesome.
I think mine does, too.
Every toaster should have a bagel setting.
Okay. I would think.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that every toaster does. I'm saying...
They should. Yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
I had to buy one specifically that did because I needed it in my life.
Okay.
But despite that, back to the story. That's how I ended up. I was like, okay, so peanut butter, bacon, provolone. I said that there's something there. Cheese and peanut butter work for me. I said bacon, I'm not so sure. I said I'm gonna call the place in Connecticut. I'm in DuBois, and I call this place. And they're like, thanks for calling. Whatever the fuck. I don't even know, dude. I wonder if they still exist. I forget the name of it. I literally called them, and they're like, thanks for calling. What can I get for you? And I'm like, hey, what's up with this peanut butter, bacon, provolone pizza? And they're like, oh, yeah, it's one of our food challenges. And, you can order if you eat it, you win a free t-shirt. I'm like, yeah, well, how do you make it?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's Skippy peanut butter. And, it's Skippy peanut butter, but, just a sliced provolone cheese and some bacon. You want one? I'm like, good. And I went to Domino's the next morning and I made it. And it was fucking horrible. I was like, this is not, there's got to be something wrong here. So what am I doing? So then I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and then eventually I just figured it out, and it's delicious.
Nice. Huh.
Later I added cheddar to it.
And
it's been one of my favorites ever since.
I'd like to say I'd like to try it. I just I don't know, man. It's worth a shot, I guess, at some point. But I still got to do the peanut butter on a burger thing. I got to find the courage to do that first. I think that's where I've got to start things. Start with the peanut butter on the burger.
Here it is. Randy's Wooster Street Pizza in Connecticut.
Yep. Road trip.
Says, don't knock it till you try it. Randy's Wooster Street Pizza menu reads, urging an open mind for the unorthodox combination at the Manchester Pizzeria. A few tablespoons of smooth Skippy peanut butter serve as the sauce for this pie, layered with circles of provolone and generous crumbles of shredded mozzarella. Or bacon and mozzarella.
So the peanut butter sauce is cooked. So it's going to be cooked peanut butter?
Yeah.
Melted peanut butter?
Melted peanut butter is the sauce, and then the bacon, it's just like a sweet savory, and then you put dude, it's fucking banging.
Doesn't that, because hot melted peanut butter is really runny, or does it not get that bad?
It gets held on by the pizza.
The pizza holds it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. It's worth a shot sometime. I don't know when. I mean, someone's gonna have to make it for me, and then maybe I'll eat it. But like I said, I gotta do the pizza on the burger, peanut butter on the burger first before I venture to those extremes of
I got you. I mean,
on
I
a
used to make all
pizza.
sorts of wild pizzas.
I remember you talking about that. Who
Meatball
was the?
sub pizza was my favorite one.
That does sound. That sounds really good.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I still remember the one you told because Izzy was talking about next year. She's gonna have the guy that wanted everything on his burger, Dan's brother, Shalednik.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, what's his Joe? Is that his name?
John.
John. Because she was saying she thinks she's gonna have him next year for school, and I was like, oh, you have to remember to, if you remember, I said ask him about the pizza that he had like everything put on it, like everything.
See if
So
he
she's-
remembers. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, he was so deadpan. I said, what do you want on your pizza, John? He goes, every meat in the store. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, every meat they have.
Oh, that's just
And I was like, bro, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you got pepperoni, bacon, sausage, ham, turkey, salami, capicola, chicken tenders, Slim Jims, beef jerky, teriyaki beef jerky, every kind of beef jerky they had there.
Wow.
Cheesesteak.
And the dude
meatballs.
ate it all. You said you watched him eat it, right?
Yeah. We all
Ugh.
tried a piece. It was disgusting. He loved it.
Ugh.
This is the best pizza ever. Not to mention, we waited 30 minutes for this dude to show up. He's like, hold on, I got to eat with my family first, and I'll be there. All right? He shows up. He's like, all right, let's get this pizza going. And he sits down. He's like, I was like, oh, what'd you have for dinner? He was like, burgers. I'm like, what? Like, I was just, dude, that dude blows my mind so far back, man. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Oh, that's good shit there.
I usually see him over the summer at the city pool. I'll have to tell him to look out for Izzy if he gets her.
Yeah. That's what I already told her. I said, if you get, because she said, I think, because she was, well, I think I told the story on here that Izzy was close to failing algebra, but she passed for the year by 0.2 of a point. So that's perfect in my mind.
Yeah.
But she was saying towards the end of school, she's like, I think we're gonna get. This was when she was like, okay, she was talking herself into, well, it's okay if I go to summer school, because she's like, well, pretty sure Mr. Shalednik's gonna be the teacher, and he's cool, so I'll be okay. I'm like, well, let's not get to this point that you're gonna have to do it. And by the skin of her teeth, she passed. And she still somehow got a certificate for graduating with honors. Or not graduating, but she got honors for the year or something. Whatever that's called, the cum laude. Yeah, she got last day of school, she got her certificate saying that she was cum laude. No other words in front of it, no summa or magna or anything. I'm like, well, because all of her other grades were fantastic. I mean, she was like 90, like civics, she's like 99. Some science, she was like 97. It was just algebra. She just absolutely sucks at.
You got to ask her about that slang.
Oh, that's right. And she's still, of course, she's a teenage girl. It's we're now at, goddamn, we're at 11:30. And, yeah, she's still sleeping. What'd you say it was called? Slippery Dew, Cincinnati, Slippery Dew. What the fuck? What was it called?
Yeah, dude.
Ohio Ganky. What was it?
Cincinnati Slippery Dude.
What the hell was it called?
Ohio Skibbity Toilet.
Oh, okay, I got it. I thought I typed this into my notes. Ohio Skibbity Toilet. I'm writing it in this note right now. Okay. Ohio Skibbity Toilet. I was close.
But I think you should be like, hey, have you ever heard of a Cincinnati Slippery Dew?
That sounds like Dirty Sanchez and all those weird sex slangs. Was it the San Diego What's it one? San Diego, thank you, or something.
I've never heard of that one.
Or something about oh, there's like a Kentucky log jammer or something. There's like all these weird. So Ohio Skibbity Toilet. The fuck is that picture? Join the hilarious adventures of Riz, Baby Gronk, and Guyat as they reach level 10 of Ohio Skibbity Toilet.
It's pronounced Gyat,
Oh, okay.
which is an ass.
Oh, Gyat is an ass?
A female's butt, yeah.
Really? What the hell is it with?
I'm telling you, man, this fucking new age slang is the most bizarre yet.
Oh my
Baby
god.
Gronk is another term.
Oh. Yeah, Ohio Riz Skibbity Toy. This is when I typed it into Google. This is the very first thing that pops up. Skibbity Toilet, Ohio Riz, Baby Gronk, Guyad level 10. Or Gyat. Is that what you said? Gyat?
Gyat.
Gyat? Then it says, join the hilarious adventures of Riz, Baby Gronk, and Gyat as they try to reach level 10 and find out what the dog is up to. What the f are we? This is as bad as the Queel shit from last week. Kurt, by the way, Squanch was very much anti-Queel. He he said this Queel thing is brutal. I said it's the dumbest thing we've ever done. I said this is the absolute low point of Ineffably Sublime. Is you talking about about the Queels?
I will agree with that. It is a little wild. It's a little out there. I thought it would be much more entertaining, but to me, I thought this is fucking insane. Like,
it was just dumb.
Insane, not insane, and like I think this is so cool. I just thought, why is this even a thing? Like, that's how insane it is. But that being said, I will spare last Thursdayism.
We can make it like a really quick topic, maybe, just to gauge what people think. You know, maybe there were people that liked the Queel thing. I doubt it. Anybody with half a mind would not. But maybe the last Thursdayism, maybe we'll do like 10, 15 minutes on it.
There,
and maybe
that's
it
all
might,
there is on it. There isn't a
no.
theory. It just is.
Okay, well then we'll take 5 minutes on it then. And we'll see if that piques anyone's curiosity. If it tickles their listening bone.
Oh.
Yeah. I doubt it.
We like to tickle the listening bone.
I do like to. Yes. We want to tickle as many bones out there as possible.
Fuck yeah, it's a fucking Cincinnati slippery dude, brother.
I was close. Well, I was somewhat close. I was at Cincinnati. I knew it was. I remembered it was something in Ohio.
I mean, you have the bases right. You got Cincinnati. That's in Ohio. Yeah. You got slippery, which who the fuck that could be Skibbity. It's Skibbity slippery, same thing. Yeah. And you got do, which is what you do in a toilet.
So I got it. So essentially I was right.
We're gonna go with it. Yeah. We're gonna just say you were right. All right, well, man, I'm pretty well tapped out here. So
I think we did officially tap out now.
Yeah, I think we're done.
All right, it was fun.
Well, I guess at some point I feel like we're gonna end up having to talk about different slang terms that you know, I think we have talked about some slang, but.
Yeah, like what was it? The slang terms of like the 1800s and 1900s or something like that.
It was old slang that needed to make a comeback is what we did.
Yeah. Yeah, so now we need to do something about what the kids are saying now compared to what maybe we said in the 80s. You know, to what you guys, what you said when you were in school, like a generational slang, but more of a recent slang. Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
I do too. I think we should do that.
Well, we'll start building it and then go from that. Right now, I'm going to go in the notes and cross off the breakfast that's been on there since
That's been on
Who
there
the
for a
fuck?
while.
It's been on
I'd
there
say
since
probably
we started this show.
Say that's probably one of the very first things we talked about.
Yeah, I mean, we still have etymology or guestomology, which would be fun. I
Yeah.
thought of something fun. Here's how we can close the show. All right.
Close it. All right.
I never brought this up to you because we were
Ooh.
busy the other night, but I thought about it.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a word, okay, that I know that you see every day, at least when we work.
Okay.
Okay? And I want you to guess where that word is located. Doesn't have to be right away. If you know the answer, you can tell me.
So you're gonna give me a word. It's a word that I see at work or that I've seen.
This one is that you see at work.
Okay.
Almost every day.
But where is it that I see it?
I want you to guess where it's in more than one room.
Okay.
Okay, but I want you to guess where you see it.
Okay.
And if you know the answer, that's perfect.
Yeah.
If you don't, you can noodle on it. But I don't want you to noodle on it while you're at work because then you're going to be like, oh. Like you're going to get the answer at work if you noodle too hard.
Well, and as we can tell by Cincinnati Slippery Dew, I'm going to completely forget what we talk about here once I get to work. I'll have completely forgotten So we're good.
All right. So I'm going to say the word. I'm going to say the word to you and I'm also going to text it to you.
Okay.
In case that way you don't
Well, don't text
confused.
me. Yeah, don't text me it because then I might see the text at work and then be like, "Oh, this is that word that he wants me to look at work."
Okay. So the
and
word
we'll just play it just straight off of here.
Okay. All right. So the word is Speakman.
Beekman?
No, Speakman.
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 Speakman?
This is why I needed to text it to you.
So, all right, you text it to me, then I will look at it, then I will delete it so that I don't. Like you're saying, so yeah, Speakman. Beekman. That's at work? In a couple rooms?
In virtually every room.
Every
maybe
room,
the break room. Every room on the plant floor. That word is there.
In the plant room floor is Speakman. No capital S? Or would that give that away?
The whole word is capitalized.
The whole word is capitalized. Speakman. Holy hell, I have no freaking clue.
For 100% certainty that you interact with this more than I have ever interacted with it. I watched you interact with it twice while we were at work Monday, Tuesday.
Forklift? No, because you interact with it too. They interact with something twice.
This is something I hardly touch. But you touched consistently.
The computer?
Nope. That's okay. Noodle on it.
Yeah,
we'll come back to it.
Speakman. Yeah, we're going to have to. Yeah, and I'm going to guarantee you by the next episode, you'll be like, do you know? And I'll be like, do I know what? And you'll be like,
any listener, any of our listeners that are from Danone, you are welcome into this challenge. You don't tell Mitch.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Don't tell Mitch what it is, but if you know what Speakman is, you can come and tell me.
Speakman. Wow.
I'm actually kind of shocked that you didn't get it immediately. I'm floored.
And this is gonna be one of those when you tell me it, I'm gonna be like, oh my God. Like, I can't believe I didn't see that or didn't notice it. Oh, I can't wait now.
And the second one is ice cube, but cube is spelled with a Q.
That's at work?
It's on 3 different things.
Ice cube with a Q.
Yeah, it's one word, ice cube.
Wow. You are blowing my mind here. I got no freaking clue.
It's on at least 3 different machines. No, 3 different pieces of machinery that I noticed when I came up with this game.
Holy hell. Speakman
It
and
might even
Ice
be called
Cube.
the Ice Cube. The Ice Cube.
So it's got to be something that's really, really cold. It's not on a toad, is it?
No.
I didn't think.
But I will say this. It is in the blend skid room on 3 different things.
Holy hell.
So noodle on those.
Oh, I'm going to noodle the hell out of it. Well, not really. I'm going to noodle a little bit. Maybe at work tonight, I might. Well, no, I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to look at the text. I'm not going to do anything. Like I said,
If you
more than
don't
likely.
you're just going to notice it.
Yeah. You may get a text tonight, since I'm working tonight. I'll be like, found it. You know?
The second, the Ice Cube one, I don't think you're going to find right away. It's not as in your face as the Speakman.
And it's in the blend skid room.
The Ice Cube, yes.
In ours, like where in the CIP
Yes.
shit and all that. Speakman
Yeah.
and Ice Cube with a Q. All one word, you said.
I think it
Did
might
you
be
say?
the Ice Cube.
Oh, that's right. You said the Ice Cube. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, that's a good way to end the show here. Because then that way, yeah, you left me with a stump the chump here. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, and then for our listeners, get on Spotify, leave a fan interaction. What is your favorite breakfast food of all time? You can even do what we did. Build your favorite breakfast. We want to hear from you. Build your favorite breakfast. You can send us an email, as you heard at the beginning of the show, ineffably-sublimepod@gmail.com. Send it.
Yeah.
You can
Call
send us a voicemail.
Yeah, Brett, you can send us a voicemail. And we won't air it. Of course, if you say don't air it, then we won't air it. But give us something. Amanda, our loyal crew, Brett, Amanda, Kurt, Brant. I think Stephanie still is. I don't know.
J squared. Yeah, and all of you guys. What's your favorite breakfast?
Yeah.
Build your favorite breakfast. Yell at
New
Mitch
listener.
for not trying things.
Yeah. Yeah. I can take it. No, I really can't. But you can put a smiley face on it at the end or something, and I won't get as offended.
All right, Speakman
and Ice Cube.
Yeah,
The Ice Cube.
I'm gonna try to come up with some more.
Okay.
These I just know for a certain fact that you look at them daily. Now, maybe not the Ice Cube. I had to I kind of came across that one and was like, what?
Wow. Now, will I find Speakman? You said it's in, but you said it's in multiple rooms. So no matter where I go tonight, I should be able to see it.
Now, where I've seen you interact with them, is I don't remember watching you do it on line 5 Monday or Tuesday, but I know that you did it on line 1 and 2.
Oh, that's even worse.
I know. I always see you doing it on line 1 and 2. I do see you often do it on line 5, but I don't think you did it Monday and Tuesday.
And this thing I do, you don't do.
Almost never.
You almost never do it, but I've done it a couple times.
Yeah. And there's one in pretty much every room in the entire plant, except for maybe out in the, beyond the red line. I don't think there is any. I don't know if they all say Speakman.
It's not the water thing, is it?
The what?
The water. No, because you do that too. Never mind. I just say when we fill up the water to check the when we fill up the water.
Oh, the backpack leak detector? No.
Yeah, that doesn't say Speakman, does it?
No, I think it says Ecolab.
Oh, fuck. I say, but you do that too, so that's not something. And we do that every hour, so it's not like I only do it.
This may be specific to you. I've never seen anybody else do it. I've done it because I had to.
Wow, this is making
Now,
it worse.
the only other person I've seen interact with it was Claude.
Oh, that's even worse.
Now, now that you have to work with him tonight, you might
Yeah.
see him interact with it. I don't know.
But you don't see Nate, Sheila, Marla do it?
Never. I've never seen any of them even look at it.
So it's something that I've done and looked at that nobody else has done except Claude.
You do this at least once every time I work with you.
This is so weird. Wow. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm actually excited to go to work because I want to look for this thing.
I mean, you're just going to happen to see it. And
Yeah. I guarantee you I'm going to forget. I know I'm going to go. You're going to
maybe
text me.
you're going to
gonna
see
text
it and
me
be like,
tomorrow.
wow, Speakman.
Yeah.
Holy
You're going to text me tomorrow and be like, did you find it? I'll be like, did I find what? And you'll be like, Speakman. I'll be like, the what?
You'll probably, you may, I don't even know, man. I don't know if you'll see it or not. You'd really have to be, dude, I swear to God, if you interact with it and don't notice it, I'm going to be like, wow. I'm not going to say anything in the moment. I'm going to tell you, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
I'm sure
I
you
literally
will.
watched you interact with Speakman today.
And I guarantee you, I'll look over at you. You'll stare at me, and then that'll be it. You might wink at me, and then
I
that'll
don't know
be.
about that. I wink at you all the time, though, so that
You
doesn't
do.
really.
You
doesn't
do.
help.
I don't notice it till it's too late. I
wink at
appreciate
everybody.
that. Yeah, I like a good wink.
I used to have a guy that I worked with up at Powder who would get absolutely mortified when I winked at him.
Really?
But don't fucking wink at me. Yeah, he gets so mad.
I think I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I like getting winked at. I don't care if it's a man, a woman. I don't care. A wink's a wink. I can't really do it. I look like I'm literally having a stroke if I try to wink at somebody. Like I gotta move my whole mouth to the side. Like I'm not a subtle winker.
It's a good thing you're not whistling and winking.
Oh,
Ooh. Like, bro, you all right?
It's like we gotta take Mitch to the hospital. He's something's happening.
He's trying to catcall that girl over there, and he's not doing very well.
That's why I was never good with the ladies. I'll be over there.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
well, that's a Cincinnati slippery do there, bud.
Oh my gosh.
All right, folks. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the end of the show. You made it, who would've known? We thank you deeply for listening along. Tune in next week for another one. As always, it's been a really fun time. We'll be back again, we'll ineffably sublime. Every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Eastern Central Time.